Get a multi-screen up and going. The thing going, and then we shall start this game up. While I'm getting it rolling, I'll just say that once again, we got a review key for this one to check it out, and I'm excited to try it. Looks very good. Even though the reviews are mixed on Steam, even though the Steam reviews for this game are mixed, the game's only been out for like, I don't know, less than a week, like a few days, basically. So whenever a game like this has like, 30, 40 reviews and the reviews are mixed, like the rating is mixed, a lot of those reviews that are negative, at least, are a reaction to what might be less than efficient optimization by the game. I don't know if it's I haven't heard of crashes necessarily, but I have heard of like the game running not super perfectly well in certain areas for certain graphics cards. Those are the kinds of things that, of course, will inevitably get polished with post-release support, at least if the developer's worth its salt. It probably is in this case. But even though the reviews are mixed, I'm not going to take too much stock into it because, again, some of the negative things are just the growing pains of a game having just come out. The other thing, of course, is, like I mentioned in the intro, that it is a survival horror game. Is the game scary? Yeah, it's a survival horror game. Well, I don't know if it's scary, but it's intended to be a horror kind of game. And, this is not to like, I don't like to play the get good card because that shit gets annoying, obviously. But when it's a survival horror game, some people play a game like that expecting it to be like, oh, let me just take on every fight, let me just blast everybody with guns and use up all my ammo. Like, sometimes you have to be very conservative when it's a survival horror game. You have to be very careful with your resources. So, this is not to say that, like, the reviews are wrong if the game is unbalanced. I mean, that's entirely possible, but sometimes you hear about somebody bitching about a survival horror game, and you're like, well, have you played a lot of this kind of genre? Because it can be misleading. Especially, like, the trailers for a lot of survival horror games, I've noticed, show a lot of action, show a lot of fighting, and a lot of shooting your guns, that kind of shit, which is cool, but, like take Tormented Souls, for example. Probably 80% of the encounters we did in that game were entirely resolved with melee, because we were kind of conditioned to not use our ammo unless absolutely necessary. So, sometimes it's not as exciting as the trailer makes it out to be, or at least the combat's not as exciting. But to be honest, the combat isn't the thing that drew me to this game. What drew me to this game was the interesting setting, the character, and, like, enemy design looks really sick. And just the overall presentation. I'm a sucker for 80s nostalgia, like a lot of my fellow graybeards are, so it's something I'm down to try it out. So I think we're all set. I think the multi-stream is running. Hope everyone's having a nice Tuesday. Is that what this is? It feels like a Tuesday. As you forget what day it is. Alright, friends, this is I Hate This Place. Major thanks to Pirate PR for the review key. Really appreciate that, getting that from them. Let's jump into this. I've seen a little bit of, like, just the gameplay of the game's trailer. Haven't seen much gameplay, though.
Hurry up. Lou, I really don't know if this is a good idea.
I'm excited to see what this is all about.
Where the hell are we going?
What? You're still scared of your aunt? You're all grown up now, girl. Wake up.
I'm not scared. It's just, I really want to know the truth.
The truth.
Come on, this is the place.
Can I handle the truth? The place. Can appreciate some in-engine game cutscenes. None of this pre-rendered bullshit. Nah, we do that shit live, baby.
We need to recite a prayer now.
How do you know how to summon the horned man exactly?
The horned man?
Is there like a recipe for summoning him?
Or it's not the horny man.
First of all,
You think I'm the first person to make that joke?
Is a god.
I probably
not
am.
A demon. Second, yes, I got the god summoning book for Christmas last year.
What the fuck?
Lou, I'm serious.
I went to Borders.
Come on, I'll show you later.
Actually, it was Borders around in the 1980s.
You're really acting weird. Even for
They probably were, actually. They probably were.
And yet you're still here with me. Quit talking. Close your eyes and focus.
Yeah, what's up, Chuck? Good to see you, buddy. That's right, Cabin in the Woods, Pentagram.
Over us.
There you go. A random ass bone, or a couple of bones. Is that some blood I see as well?
Guide us on the paths of this fleeting world.
I like her shirt says horns.
And show us the truth.
We're summoning the horned man.
Give us the strength.
Think it's horned man or horned man? I remember reading somewhere if it's like an ED, but it's applied to a title. Usually you like pronounce the ED more deliberately, like a winged creature, a winged demon. Uh-oh. Depends on the brewskis, says Chuck. There you go. he has too many, it might have the opposite problem is the thing.
Lou? Where are you? Oh, stop messing around.
Thud.
I'm starting to think this whole horned man thing wasn't such a great idea.
So right from the get-go, I love the comic booky... what's the word? Is onomatopoeia the word? Like the comic booky displays of noises happen. That's really fun. Now, they said that right-click would aim. So there's no way to, like, aim with melee, at least. I'm looking to see if I can move and move the flashlight in different directions, which would be nice. But we'll see. I'm sure they'll probably, like, read descriptions of things off to us kind of as we go along here. So we're not sure where our homie went, where our buddy, our BFF forever, where she went. This guy, see a shiny though. So we already have this guy. Canned beans, water. Oh, is this one of these where there's like survival? I mean, yes, survival horror, but like crafting survival, cooking and watering animals. Interesting. I'll confess, that was not something I was aware of in this game. I'm not going to say that's like going to steer me away, but not what I was expecting. There is sanity. There's also fatigue, maybe, stamina, that kind of thing. No, it's good to see you, Chuck. I appreciate you popping in, bud. I'll take all of it. Everything. I'm not sure if that, like, limits our ability to, Yes, looks like our FD is going down. Sure what that entails. Bandage blueprint, yes. And then do I need to, like, learn the blueprint? Seems like we just kind of got it automatically. Can I light my baseball bat on fire to have it be like a fire bat? No, but I can craft a bandage at the fireplace. Yes, I'm gonna cook a bandage. I crafted my first item. Achievement unlocked. Hell yes. It uses water. Am I reading that correct? Yeah, I think I just... Yeah, I had 2 water. Now I just have the 1. Oh, no, a water and a rag. Okay, I was gonna say, like, just water and make a bandage. What the shit? No, water and a rag. That makes more sense. No blueprints for food, though. Nothing along those lines, at least. Let me see if there's, like, a map. Is that a Triforce, kind of, sort of? Sketches, quests, journal, notes, and map. This book belongs to Elena. Mm-hmm. You don't say. Come to me? I mean, well, it's flattering, I guess. So, the man of the horns. And all the blood. What's it all mean? The ritual circle. Handles, chalk, make sure to buy beer. Maybe a knife? Weed? No weed. Lighter, sleeping bag. And have fun and be yourself, smiley face. Then here's the instructions, all that jazz. Yo, what's up, Meerkat? Is this loss? Fucking shit, Meerkat. Yeah. You called it, man. Good lord. You absolutely called that, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Am I mad that Meerkat caught it before I am, or am I mad at the developer? For just kind of tossing that in. Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, you could make the argument that the third one is incorrect. Because in the third one, he's talking to the doctor, I think. But still, I mean... I think we're all in agreement that what else could it be, honestly? So got to find Lou, but also what happened to her mom? That's like the overall quest. Yes, the Rutherford Ranch. It's a curse that doesn't let some of us leave it. She says they lived here, or no, they currently live here. But there's the Horned Man. That's right. That there's been sightings of him all around. The key to understanding what happened to my mom disappeared from the ranch years ago. Back with the mission to get some answers. All right. We do have a map. Very nice. Yes. Yeah, using water. Yeah, I suppose, like, water plus fabric. I suppose I can see it, but it's a little bit weird. All right, I was going to say, I'm always down to kind of peruse. What was that? That's trash can. Okay. F or space. Oh, what did I just use? Oh, I think I just ate something. Okay. So space uses whatever this is. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Okay, so I probably shouldn't have used those
Looks like we're not in Kansas anymore. Fuck.
Whatever that food was.
What have we done?
Keep out, and then run, and then run. Alright, well, nice and easy. As long as I got my trusty baseball bat on my side. Oh! Oh, that's okay. That's not our friend. It is a mangled corpse of an animal. And I'm a little bit surprised she's not really making, like, a comment on it. About more mangled corpses of more animals. Is that comment-worthy? Entrails? No comment on that? Huh? Alright, we're just gonna... Or, no, like, investigation. The blood. Something impale... Yeah, a pitchfork. Impaling a corpse of, like, a pig or something. Some farm animals. Okay, so being around that has lowered my sanity slightly. I gotta say, I'm... maybe... I don't know if the word disappointed is right, but maybe I should have looked further into this. So I could have kind of braced myself knowing that there was going to be, like, bar management. Bar babysitting. Because... Now, okay, now that's nice at least. At least the sanity went back after we left the scary situation. Because, yeah, that's one of my main sticking points with, like, survival crafting games. Is, like, having to babysit meters all the time. Your sanity, your hunger, that kind of thing. I'm not sure what FD is. It might be food. Maybe. And, of course, I ate the only food I had. When my person wasn't hungry because I'm doofus and I pressed the wrong button. Screaming all around. Yeah, is there like an interact button? I wonder if I should be, like, pressing something to, like, investigate things. Interact is E, okay. But it seems like there's pop-ups usually when there's some kind of interaction. Yeah, the thud noise, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Chuck. And is there a way to walk slowly? There is a way to walk fast. For, like, big thud. Probably crouch. Yeah, yeah, crouching is how you do it. If you want to move slowly. If I needed to, like, be careful around something. Yeah, she's being awfully cool about this whole situation, you know, given what's happening and what we're seeing. There we go. Okay, you can break some things open. Get some wood. I'm shocked you break a box, you get wood out of it? Crazy. I wonder if this will, like, start weighing us down. There's, like, a weight mechanic. Tells me I should just start breaking other things and see what happens. Ah, yes, that would explain it, Meerkat. That would explain it. In that case, that meter's going down, which means we need more of that. We need more of that inside of us.
What is this place?
And also some scrap. All right, so the meter babysitting, I'm a little bit concerned about the FD meter. So the idea of, like, babysitting our food meter sounds a little bit not great. The sanity thing seems like it's not too bad. Just get away from scary things to restore your sanity. You can go up that way, and I'm gonna guess that's probably the way we'd need to go, but I like to explore around a little bit. But the other thing that has me, maybe gives me a slight pause is the, yeah, what might end up being a bunch of crafting. Maybe it's not gonna be too intrusive, though. I'm not like, you know, we always tease Shake. We always tease Chris about how he's, like, really against any sort of crafting. Oh, we found some shit over here. Like, any sort of crafting, he's like, no fucking way. Ow. Good to know that is an environmental hazard. I'm not quite that like, against it, but I do get sick of it quickly. I would say, like, I don't, like, hate it entirely, but it's something that I find myself... my patience for it is thinner than it used to be. So too much of that kind of thing can kind of overstay its welcome for me, at least. Alright, so I think we've explored what we can. Let's go ahead and take that obvious path and kind of see what the happening haps are. Sanity's draining quick because we were in the scary area. Or is it draining? Oh, maybe that's stamina. Oh my god, it's stamina. I thought that was sanity. Okay, so I guess I don't know what sanity is. Maybe that's FD? Journal, notes, map, yeah. I can check inventory. Is there, like, a check character? I'm guessing the game will kind of explain things kind of as we go along here. Anything else before we go to that big scary thing? Nope, that's it. All right, let's go for it. And we're gonna break the lantern. Cause a fire, cause a forest fire that burns this whole fucker to the ground and resolves this problem for us. Enter the first bunker. Are you a friend? So there's a lot of controls. Was there a prompt to press P? Oh, there was this one. Yeah, that's to look at the sketches, the quest, the journal, kind of these kinds of deals. Yeah, if I hold tab, it's just this guy over here. Or it's a acronym, PAJNM, which will, you know, which means nothing. Yeah, and yeah, in the controls, right? There's so many controls. Yeah, the controls menu is weird. I was saying how I think I understand what's going on here, down here. Like all this makes sense. This makes sense too. I'll admit, from a usability perspective, as a person that is not artistically minded and has no graphic design background, but I do have user interface and user experience background, as that's what thing you have to do in software development. I don't know if I love how, like, I'm looking at these buttons here, these three right here, and I know where these are on the keyboard. It's like I, O, and P. Oh, actually no, they're not O. Yeah, they are. They're I, O, and P. But I wish the letters were on the keys. I wish the letters were on the keys. Wish the numbers were up here. Like, it's cool and stylistic to just have, like, the placements. But yeah, I kind of wish it had, like, okay, is that the I key? Is that the O key? I actually had to, like, double check in my keyboard. And also, let's be real, not everybody has a QWERTY keyboard. Now, that is the standard, but there is the Dvorak keyboard. There is the alphabetical keyboard. You know, there's other ones out there. So I would feel bad for somebody who's like a Dvorak keyboard user looking at this going, well, no, but that's W, but my W's over here. Like, you know, that, granted, if you're using a keyboard like that, you're probably not playing a lot of games, but still, that's a little bit weird. And also, to nitpick further, I don't know if I love the kind of the light yellow lines. Because when I first see this, I go, let's see, is it, I'm following sketches. Okay, sketches is, and then I go, well, shit, which one is it? And then I squint and I go, okay, it never crosses this boundary, so it's probably this one. And then I go, oh yeah, here's this one, here's this one. I wish it didn't take me a second. I wish it was a little bit more obvious. So, like, that's, I don't know, that's a little bit of a nitpick. That's a little bit of a slight thing that kind of bugs me just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna guess.
Hello, Ellen.
We have to, yeah, I was gonna say we have to, like, walk up to this person, to this entity. We don't just attack it outright. Is this our friend? Did they get turned into a demon?
Who the fuck are you?
I didn't realize there was an option. Okay.
Just a guide through hell.
I don't remember booking a tour.
All right, so it's definitely a fella, not a lady. Oh, right, she had shorts. She had cutoffs just like we do.
Your friend seemed lost when I saw her here.
He saw her come through.
Seen Lou?
She went deeper in, to the right. I suggest you find her before something else does. My name's Adam, by the way.
Hi, Adam.
Well, you already know mine. I gotta go now.
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna have to fight him. Guess I still could. Never mind. My first thought was violence. Boy, was I disappointed. This is probably not an explosive barrel. It's probably a trash can, but I want the violence. Mother, I crave violence. Quiet. Silence. Wait, hold on. They are listening. Okay. So I'll crouch. Crunching. Oh no, that's me crunching. Heard like a roar.
Lou? Is anyone there?
I'm a little bit surprised the game hasn't really told us anything yet about like how to play the game. We're just kind of figuring it out, and I like to think we're doing okay. But usually a game like this would be like, oh, make sure you crouch to be quiet, that kind of deal. Let's find a map. You are here. That's convenient. Adhere to safety regulations. Anomalies must be reported. There you go. Who's the monster? Well, we know we're trying to summon the Horned Man. We're trying to summon the Horned Man, but our buddy Lou, disappeared when the summoning was attempted. You know, enjoyers and havers, what's up, Farside? Good to see you, bud. Verify door locks, check power status, proceed through safe zones only. Okay. We need a key, of course we do. Heck, of course we do. We can crouch through that way. Staff is that way. Yeah, okay, and this one is also locked. Okay, well, looks like we have one choice. Only a matter of time before we find our first bad guy encounter. I'll be holding on to my penis. Both hands. Nah, I'm just kidding. I only need the one.
Great, power's out. Let's see if I can fix this damn thing.
Quests. Oh, I hit the O button. There we go. Look for a way out. Turn the power on. That's right. That's right. Trying to bludgeon that guy. Yeah. Whoa. This is a deconstruction of the survival horror genre. We're the real monster all along. Thinking I probably don't have to crouch literally everywhere. But if we see or hear sign of monstrosity. Ooh, like footprints. Get some stuff. I get some stuff because my FD is getting low. I'm gonna guess that's your foodometer, but I don't know what sanity is. I know something is for sanity. Restores sanity. Oh! I'm the biggest... I'm so smart. I'm so smart. It's not sanity, it's satiety. Bro, who uses that word in a video game for your hunger meter? What the fuck, man? Come on. It's a survival horror game. I read that briefly. I thought it was sanity. I was reading too quickly. I can't be trusted. Satiety. Well, our appetite shall be sated. Fine. Okay, so there's no sanity. It's the only thing you have is your food meter. But it's weird that your foodometer is FD. And ST has to be stamina. Because it goes down when you run. And when you stand still, restores. So... it's gotta be, yeah, that's another nitpick. I'm accumulating a lot of nitpicks. I don't really have much for, like, honest to goodness problems, but I'm developing a cluster of nitpicks. And a lot of these things are, of course, things that are just stylistic choices. You know, I may or may not agree with them. Like, come the fuck on, bro. Yeah, Juck says, all right, now I'm checking out. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, gun? Actually, no, not gun, but bullets. Bullets. I already have baseball bat. Gunpowder. Now, the question is, where am I storing all these things that I'm finding? I have 8, like, slabs of lumber. I have 8 logs I'm just carrying around. 7 trash can... actually, trash cans. Well, it's not a trash can, but it's an empty, like, tin can, an empty aluminum can. 7... What do you think this is? Gallons of water? We'll call it gallons of water. No, it's probably like a pint of water, basically. So we're just carrying all the stuff. No backpack on our person. No idea how we're carrying it. Red light's a little bit ominous, but it's probably the kind of thing where it's just there for powering the juice. More of the scrap. More of the goods. I'll take that as well. Then fire her up. Oh, Jesus. Fuck is you? Fucking interdimensional shambler over here, teleporting around. I think he's so cool. Can't get that ammo. I've already looted that one. There we go, man. What is FD? I can only assume it's food. I can only assume it's the foodometer, which is basically a way for the game to say, hey, you're playing too slow. Keep going and keep trying to get resources. Yeah, slacking, you lollygagging. Fuck was that? I'm gonna guess whatever I did was a good thing. We're about to find out because our FD meter is gonna get empty pretty soon here. I just want to see what happens. Maybe we'll die if it gets slow. Who knows, man? Oh. Hello.
You again? Do you just appear whenever the ambiance gets really creepy?
Where silence gathers, so do those who listen.
The actually people as they push up their glasses. Farsight. What's up, Todd? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, Todd. It stands for floppy dick. What if it stands for fuck dicks? It's gotta be something, dick. What else could it be? It's gotta be something. Yeah, best I can guess is food. FD, like food. That's best I can guess. And even says in the top left up here, even shows a little like empty tum-tums meter. Something outside the window. Oh shit. Oh shit, son.
Vague and unsettling. You seen Lou?
And poor Meerkat. He's out here saying such a nice and wholesome and innocent phrase. And I'm gonna like save that for out of context because that's just the kind of shitto person I am. Can't help myself, man. It's such a low-hanging fruit, but how could I not save that one? I had to. I had to do it to him. Oh, Gamebox, you're so kind. You're so kind, and you're so... you're so, like... It's so nice of you to raid. Don't look at the quote we just added. Don't do it. Don't even look at the most... What was it? 435? Quote... 435. Yeah, don't even look at that quote. Don't worry about it. We always keep it very classy. Listen, all right? People will enjoy what they enjoy, and we embrace it. We embrace it. I embrace all of it. I embrace it, and it's a thing to appreciate. Anyway, GameFox, thank you for that raid, my friend. Also, thank you for shouting out GameFox. Meerkat says, yeah, I walked into that one, bro. I mean, if you play cards right, something else might happen. Anyway, though, GameFox is doing some art. Was it were you working on like emotes or like commissions? As I know you've done your own emotes. Also know you have your PNG tuber that you bust out from time to time. But if you were playing games as well, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, we're playing a game called I Hate This Place. No, that is like the title of the stream is not like a cry for help. That's the name of the game. It was described to me as Deadwood meets what's the word? Deadwood meets Stranger Things. Oh, by the way, I'm noticing now I shouldn't just be like standing here because we're like dying. So I'm gonna like kind of pop through this kind of quickly because I didn't realize it didn't pause while we were doing this. So apologies, we're gonna miss some of the voice acting here. Oh my god. I'm a little bit scared that we're gonna die. It's like, you're talking my ear off, dude. I need to eat a sandwich or something. We're gonna fucking die. I'm gonna guess we'll start losing health pretty soon here, too. If you die too early. Right. Yes, how encouraging. How appropriate. Okay, alright. So I think the answer is we don't die, but we're like out of stamina. Which means we can't fight, we can't run. Yeah, we can't do jack shit right now. Yeah, we're really struggling. Alright, so now I'll pause the game now just to make sure we don't like get hacked. Because that is unfortunate. But anyway, no, thank you, GameFox, for that raid. Very generous of you. It's a cool little game we're playing right now. Yeah, it was like they said it was like a more colorful Deadwood with a sprinkling of Stranger Things and like Evil Dead, that kind of deal. That kind of dealio. And I have no idea why Automod snagged that sentence. That's fucking rude. That's fucking ridiculous and weird. What in the world? But yeah, if you have a link, I would love to see it, GameFox. You already know, I always love to ask if there's any clips you want to share. I always love to ask for that. But yeah, even better, if you had a link to what you're working on, I'd love to see it. Or if you want to like DM me on Discord, I'm down for anything. Some Mothman merch. Ooh, like the cryptid Mothman, because that sounds kind of cool. The smile and nod, boys. That's right. That's right. No shame here, man. No shame here. Oh, there we go. We got it right here. Perfect. Grab this thing so we can all take a look-see what GameFox has been working on. Are there other games you plan on playing this week, GameFox? Because I know a lot of great stuff just came out and either has recently come out or is about to come out. It's weird because usually January and February, like usually those are a little bit quieter, slower months for game releases, but because, you know, a lot of games, they try to get stuff out before the holiday season, but man, I feel like we've been hitting the ground running with really cool stuff here. Take a look-see. By the way, shouts to GameFox's honest-to-goodness website. This is great. Look at this. I'm just gonna like, you know, simp over how cool your website is. I'm just gonna be appreciating that. Like, look at this. It's so cool. It's so professional. What a cool website. So like the GameFox TV. Look at this. The channels, YouTube, all of it. Man, got all the socials up here. Look at that. And it's like a proper URL. None of that like Squarespace or nothing like that. So cool. So fucking cool. Live, laugh, lamp. Yes. Yes. Best Mothman dreams. That's delightful. And there was a candle. There's a candle. That's adorable. I love the candle. That's good. There you go, man. There you go. Some good shit right there. Got the beanie. The desk mat's cool. Oh, I like the desk mat. That's great. Boop. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love this. This is so fun. Got the magnet. Good stuff. So yeah, so this is kind of the stuff you've been working on, and I'm gonna guess that design is probably the thing you've been working on. Let's do fourth wall. Oh, okay, I've heard about fourth wall. Yeah, like for merchandise specifically, right? But the fact that you have not just a merch store, but like you have like other cool stuff. Yeah, if you scroll down here, you got other cool stuff down here. So it's not exclusively merch, but I'm guessing that's probably the focus. Oh, it's even embroidered? Oh, hold on. Oh, I see it. Yo, that's sick. That's dope as hell. That's wonderful. That is really good. This is some cool shit. This is some cool shit. What about my merch? Nah, I don't know. I don't know if I have like the ambitions to have merch made or anything like that. And I don't know. It's not something I'd really want to like spend my energy on. But I do love seeing I do love seeing this kind of creative stuff. That's the other thing too. I don't feel like I'm a very creative person, but GameFox clearly has got a mind for this kind of thing. And you're an artist, so clearly you have like an artistic and creative mind for thinking of cool designs and stuff. So this is perfect. This is like absolutely what I love to see. Yeah, it's their focus, but allows you to do other stuff. External links. That's really slick. Good to know. I don't know if I would ever want to set up like a merch site, but just a general website. Yeah, maybe. It's one of those pie in the sky, one of those maybe someday if I find myself with an abundance of ambition and creative energy, I'll never say never, but yeah, that is really cool, GameFox. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Yeah, they would work well as that, and that's good to know. And clearly they would allow just like a plain URL, because you know how that goes. Like sometimes it's like something dot Squarespace or dot what's the other one? There's dot Wix or whatever the other site builder sites are out there. So that is pretty slick. Yeah, better than reopening photo, or it's easier than reopening Photoshop. Still counts. It still counts. I love seeing this stuff. Yeah, really good. Really good. But thank you again, GameFox. Thank you for that raid. And GameFox raids us all the damn time. I almost feel bad because I don't want to be selfishly soaking up all the raids, but GameFox, you're always so good to us, and your community is always a delight. I really appreciate you guys and gals popping in. And once again, this is I hate this place, and we just began. We're still kind of in the intro sequence. We just learned that when you're talking with people, time does not slow down, or does not even pause for that matter. Thankfully, we do have some food things, but not much. I kind of accidentally ate one earlier because I didn't realize what this stuff down here was. I should have like figured out what the use button meant, but I pressed one without realizing it, and I kind of hecked it a little bit. So this is kind of odd to me. So yes, it restores satiety, not sanity, but restores satiety, which is to say your hunger meter. This one says it just restores it. How much does it restore it? It just restores it. Don't worry about it. So I'm kind of curious. How much does it restore? Is it a full restore? Click. Oh, use. Wow, it is. So a can of beans is a half restore, but a bag of chips fully restores your hunger meter, your hungometer. Seems a little fucking weird, don't you think? Seems a little strange. Is this where the guy came from? Actually, that might have been where we came from. There was something in the... Oh, Jesus. That was unexpected. Do I wiggle? What am I doing? Am I just... Oh, you have to punch. Okay. Squelch. So I got grabbed. So in a case like that, you have to like mash the grab button or the attack button to unget yourself. And that, of course, did hurt me. So I'm not going to get close to that again. I do notice there's like a little opening down there, but I'm going to guess it's probably not where we're supposed to go into. So... Alright, so I think what I want to do is I want to go back, actually. So where's that other... No, sir. I think what I probably should do is I should probably move slowly in an instance like that. I think what probably happened, it probably wasn't a matter of like outrunning him. It's probably a matter of trying to move slowly and not jostle him. Not like get his attention. As the guy was just telling us, making sure to move quietly when possible. We got a save point here. I'll go ahead and save. I've not exactly been playing the most optimally. I've had to use a couple of, I used one consumable by accident, and of course, just took damage I could have otherwise avoided if I would have been smart. More ammo. Gunpowder, which you can, I guess, craft into ammo eventually. Always playing something fun. Well, thank you, Game Fox. That's sweet of you to say. We're gonna be chilling. Yeah, of course, Game Fox. Thank you again for that raid, and of course, anyone else popping in from said raid. Happy to have you chilling with us. Also, no worries if you gotta hop off or just lurk for a bit, or if you gotta take care of business, because I know how that goes, especially when you're having to get up at a more reasonable hour. Just kind of how it happens. Nothing else back that way. Yeah, that will take us back to the intro areas. All right, so let's try it now, going slowly. And if he tries to reach out to us, I'll just run. His running probably would also work. Yeah, seems like moving slowly is the strat. Can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, there is like some little openings in there, but I don't think I want to try it. I'm too scared. Farting now would be bad. Well, that's bad news for me then. Bad news for me and everybody around me then. Maybe it's a family-sized bag. Yeah, I'm over here like a can of beans. Like that's gonna be like actually filling up a bag of chips. That'll like it'll be like a good snack for like an hour maybe. It's not gonna fill you up though. I've eaten a large bag of tortilla chips before. I'd be a bald-faced liar. Bold-face? I'd be a dumbass liar, Meerkat, if I were to sit here before you and be like, I would never. No. I think all of us have overindulged in some kind of snack or some kind of chip thing at least once in our lives. And we weren't proud of it, but we would do it again. Like, yeah, I think every single one of us has been guilty of that in some way. Got a 4-digit code we'll need to find eventually. This guy. This, of course, is closed. I know that's a Vine Joel thing, a Vine Sauce Joel thing. The whole chips for dinner thing. Like the epitome of like just sadness. Oh, what a creative key. What a creative key. Did I do it? Yeah, I got a gun. My first gun. Now I can actually aim. So it's kind of a shame you can't aim. You can move, yeah. It's a shame you can't aim while you have your baseball bat out. But I'm wondering. Oh, probably mouse wheel. That's mouse wheel. It's not actually swap. It's like making noise. Do I switch to right click? Right click does nothing. I can right click other things, but I can't right click the baseball bat. What am I supposed to be doing here to switch weapons? Because I do not want to rely on gun. That's a horrible idea. I would prioritize melee if possible. Toggle weapon. Maybe they mean the middle mouse? No. I hope it's not a bug. Is there a de-equip? There's destroy. I definitely don't want to destroy it. It's a valuable equipment. What else? What else am I not considering here? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't imagine this is a bug per se. In throwables. Wait, what does spacebar do? Spacebar. Guess I could just press it. So it's like a highlighted thing. But there's nothing on the spacebar. There's no like thing around here that points to the spacebar. Huh. Oh, I'm using something. Shit. Okay, it's one of these. Okay. Oh, wait, but whatever we did, we put something away. Okay. Oh, I used a bandage. Well, which I had already taken some damage. Okay. But while doing that, we've now gone back to melee. Oh, okay. I see what's happening. I see. So you can't. Okay, because I was worried to click the worried to click the mouse button because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I needed to. We can now make more of these. We have the blueprints for them. Okay, so it's left click to melee attack, and then right click into left click to shoot your ranged weapon. Okay. Because yeah, I was concerned that I was going to gun when I didn't want to gun. Expecting this guy to like jump back up at us. Probably gonna come to life. Oh. Can I just get a sneak attack on him? Yep. Did I get him? Alright, so if you sneak attack someone, it does big damage, but it's not a guaranteed kill, obviously. And then, and you can do the strat where you kind of like run past them and try to sort of like kind of razzle dazzle them, kind of like run circles around them. You can take on that strat, but of course there's like, you can't move while you're doing the melee attack, so you'd have to kind of like plan accordingly.
What is this? Better stay quiet. Maybe they won't notice. Oh, if it weren't for that damn glass.
If I crunch on the glass, then they'll definitely know about my shit. They're all about the sounds, not so much about like anything that they can see when you're going by them. But they're all about the noisies. Ooh, shit. It looked like he was gonna wriggle at me. Curious if there's anything else down here. There are resources to gain. I think so. Yeah, no resources, and I don't see any, like, you know, I don't know, fucking combinations written on the wall, that kind of thing. On gamepad, this kind of situation... Oh, what the heck? On gamepad, this situation will be a little bit easier. On my end, I didn't see myself walk on the glass, but maybe I was just too close to him. Went for a hug. A spicy hug. But yeah, on mouse keyboard, that kind of situation's a little bit tricky. Given that, you know, on WASD, you kind of like awkwardly do the kind of like... to do that, like, diagonal kind of movement. So here's where we are right now. We started earlier over here, I think. We've made our way right next there, and it says, be quiet.
Most doors open with keys. Some open with devotion, what remains of it.
How did you... Do you live in the walls or something?
I've seen you scribble some things. Your sketchbook, pages of memory, can be useful. When confusion claws at your thoughts, look there. What you've seen, what you've learned. Make sure it goes there.
Why are you even here?
Keep going, Helena.
I was hoping he'd maybe reveal a little something to us. That's the next obvious path forward. There was a big red X here, and I think I can see why. See an obvious answer as to why. It's, I mean, it almost makes the shape of an X here. Oh, and it even has like, yeah, exit this way. Not happening. Not happening. Ooh, but first I see Meerkat's got a little MS Paint challenge. First, let's do that real quick. Yeah. I gotta say, yeah, do I want to say I'm not impressed with the game? I feel like that's maybe a little bit extreme. But I will say I'm, you know, we'll see. I'm willing to give it the benefit of a doubt. So far, it's, you've heard my nitpicks, and they're starting to add up. They're starting to become a little bit, they're starting to like pile up a little bit, but no honest to goodness problems with the game. So I'm still, you know, I'm of course down to keep going. I'm not one to like give up, you know, 30 minutes into a game, especially something like this where it's going to be a little bit, I assume at least the game's gonna be like kind of a slow beginning, and we'll probably get probably be like, I don't know, I'm not sure how long of a game it is to beat necessarily, but yeah, I don't expect to beat it one sitting, and I figure like once things get like properly going, then we'll be popping off for sure. So here's the MS Paint challenge from Meerkat. I did enhance the image slightly. Meerkat said, by the way, it's time for duck. So at first glance, it's like, oh god, is this dog barfing out a demon? Like, what is this? No, it's just a duck's either stuck his head in his mouth or has stuck his head like next to his mouth and it looks like he's eating it. It's hard to say. Whatever the hell's going on here, I can only venture so much of a guess. And the fact in here, I'll even show you. Like, this is how the Meerkat showed me the image. It's like it is that low of fidelity and that's small of a resolution. So that's what makes it that much more unclear. He's like straight up shoved his whole noggin down there, presumably willingly or just out of curiosity. And I mean, because the dog doesn't look like he's done it on purpose. He looks just as surprised as we all are looking at this image. So anyway, yeah, that's good though. That's good. Nice and weird and fucked up. Sweet, I like it, man. Yeah, the dog's thrusty does not look willing. Okay, hold on. Speaking of a willing thrusty, speaking of a willing throat, I showed this one to Gracie and then it became extremely relevant. When we went to let's see if I can find this. We went to Target the other day. Those in the St. Louis area, you know, the Brentwood Promenade, the happiest place on earth. That is a very busy and always very chaotic parking lot. Went to Brentwood the other day, went to Target, and we drove by the Burlington Throat. Fuck, I just, god damn it. I just ruined the joke. We drove by the Burlington Coat Factory, and all I could think was Grandma Gertrude saying she's gonna take us to Burlington Throat Factory. God damn it. So every time I see Burlington Coat Factory, I fucking think of horny ass Grandma Gertrude fucking taking us to Burlington Throat Factory. God damn it. So now that's my fucking curse forever. Now it's, if you're in the Discord, you've probably seen it. Now that curse has been bestowed upon you, my friends. So anyway, on that happy note, let's do some MS Paint challenge. So this is one of our goofy ass little channel point redemptions. Meerkat, of course, was generous enough to donate his hard-earned channel points to make us to make this image happen, or not make the image happen, make the challenge happen. The challenge is that I have to try to draw this image in 3 minutes or less using only MS Paint, and I'm not an artist. I have no background in creating art. It's gonna look like shit. I have to go fast. I have to eat ass. I have to chew grass. I have to slap glass. I don't know. Anyway, let's go and do this thing. 3 minutes on the clock. Coming in hot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. First and foremost, can I get that right there? The little foreground action. And then here's the dog. Got that dog on us. And it's a little nosy. And there's a little... And the Kenslet has like a thick neck. Like a thick neck. And then he kind of comes up like this. And then the duck or the goose or whatever this cryptid is... kind of like goes... like that. And then... actually, I'm going to make it even like... I'm going to make it a thick goose. To really emphasize the girth of this creature. I'm making this thing look enormous, but it kind of is enormous is the thing. Kind of is enormous, so I think that's actually kind of appropriate. Like, relative to the dog, it's up there for sure. I guess I've kind of made the scale of everything in this image a little bit exaggerated, which I would never do. When would I ever exaggerate something in an MS Paint challenge that I'm drawing? When has that ever happened? I resent that. I would never do exactly what is being described. And like it's got like the neck jiggle. It's got the neck jiggle going on there. A couple of the like neck jiggle shenanigans happening. Let's see what else. The nice thing about this image is that it's like fairly simple. So, you know, getting the most exciting part of it does, you know, perhaps offer us an opportunity to throw in some other details. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give him like a two-tone kind of deal there. I'll kind of have wing kind of come down like that, I suppose. Just kind of like that. And you know, yeah, let's get some background details. Well, we got a minute to spare. Why the hell not? So let's go like... There's a window to the walls, and the sweat is actually not abundant. You know, I was not overexerting myself with that, so it's actually not an issue. Oh, it actually doesn't go quite that far. We go like, and that kind of like that. There we go, and that, and There we go. And then there's like a thing. And it goes like, oh god, is like somebody chained to a wall? This is looking more like a dungeon the more I look at this. So I'll just do one of those. Looking a little bit ominous. Well, I can't actually tell if it's like going quite that way. I'll just kind of have it go. There we go. And then we'll say I'm going to leave him uncolored. We'll do light brown there. And then dark brown basically everywhere else. We'll say he's got a red collar. And then boop, boop, and boop. Oh, and I guess if I wanted to, we would say like... Oh, I see. I missed a pixel. 1 pixel. Boop, there we go. And then pink, and then like blue. There we go. That's it. That's like there's a lot going on here. Yeah, I would say the jury's out on like what exactly is happening here. Oh, you know, one other thing I would probably do to make the goose stand out a little bit better is one of these. That way it's a little bit more clear that this is like... Actually, it makes it look even more disturbing. Like this is, yeah, some fucked up dungeon. And it looks like the goose is like... is chained to the dog in some way. I don't know what's more fucked up. Is the goose chained up and the dog is in the situation? Or the dog is in the situation and it is the thing that's chained up? This is Unwilling Goose Game. There you go. Better than the one that was a drawing of Bonnie. Now, Meerkat, I'll have you know... I'll have you know that is perhaps Gracie's favorite. That's of all the MS Paint disasters I have made happen. That is perhaps her favorite, without exaggerating. She loves that image, and I think it is because the proportions are so fucked in that image. It's so ridiculous and so exaggerated. And like as I was doing it, I was like, "Good lord, I have made this creature look so like." Chonky and so like so stupid and goofy, and every time Gracie and I look at it, she like it always makes her smile. It makes me laugh too. It's so freaking goofy. Yeah, she's like, it's my favorite one, Alex. Hence why it's that much more meaningful that Chuck gifted us a framed photo of it for Christmas. I will treasure that forever, and I am not exaggerating. Just incredible. Just incredible. So this is gonna be number, gotta see if this is a JPEG. As a JPEG. 458. Good lord. These things are adding up, man. Dog. Goose. Maybe it's a duck. Dog, duck. Getting ducked. Prince is going to save this one down. Pop to the Discord server. Oh, shit. Me. Oh, whoops. Wrong channel. I'm supposed to do to the schedule channel. Would have been awfully confusing. By Meerkat. First masterpieces, and there it is in the Discord server for all to see. If anybody wants to see more MS Paint snafoonery like that one, tomfoolery, snafoonery, any of the fooneries or fooleries even, all of our MS Paint challenges that we complete end up in the Discord server. There's 438, 458, some stupid number of them. There's a whole bunch. They're all in the Discord server. You can peruse to your heart's content. If you want more MS Paint nonsense, it's all there. Some didn't turn out half bad. Others are questionable. I mean, they're all questionable at least, but they're all fun though. So thank you to Meerkat for the redemption. One of my favorite channel point redemptions is the MS Paint one. It's also one of our longest standing ones. You know, some like channel point redemptions, you know, come and go. You know, we haven't done and this is not to say that we need to do them, obviously, but we haven't done like a Mad Lib in forever. We don't really do a ton of the TED Talks, which is fine. You know, the water bottle labels, that kind of stuff. But the MS Paint challenge, that thing has been evergreen. That thing has been like consistently, at least for me, enjoyable. Hopefully for others, because you know, if people are redeeming it, it means that someone gives a shit about it. So that makes me happy. It makes me happy that people give a shit and they enjoy popping them on there. You can see the pain. I tried to nail at least the shock. Maybe not so much pain, but definitely shock and surprise. There we go. So there we go. That's good stuff. What's up, Grim? Is it outside of my embrace, my loving embrace? Yeah, I was saying earlier how the name of the game is "I hate this place." It's not like a cry for help. Like I'm not trying to. It's not like a meta description of my mood or anything. No, it's just this is the name of the game. Obviously, it's an okay name for a game, but it is like an unfortunate name for a stream because it makes it sound like very ominous and negative. Good to see you, Graham. Let's get back into I hate this place, and we're about to explore a new area. Very exciting and a little bit spooky. Did that coffin just move? Seemed like the coffin was it's got had the wiggles for a second there. Now I wonder if I should go back to that fireplace and do some crafting, or we just keep at it and see what happens. 33839, Department of Roads and Bridges. So I wonder if we're not the only ones trying to summon the Horned Man. Merging his DNA. Or no. His DNA merging stage. Okay. Trying to like create another one or something? You know, work and do not expect any disruptions. Good for you. Squelch. Or that stuff. Like this stuff is like the tentacle areas are still like very much all over the place. Our foodometer is getting pretty low. Means I might as well eat some beans. An entire can of beans only restores 50 food, 50 hunger. Let's see. I wonder. Need to like smack something to have this relinquish cooler, because the cooler probably has resources that would be a nice to have, as I'm fond of saying, one of my favorite corporate phrases. Could like try smacking those deals. That seems a little bit dangerous. Blueprint on the table. Take that real quick. What was the thing we found? We found oh, it's a nail bomb. That's cool. That's cool, man. We got Grenade Killer. What's up, Grenade Killer? Hope you're doing well, bud. We're playing I Hate This Place. It's my first time playing it. If you're familiar with the game, you probably can recognize I'm still in the newbie area. Here we go. We did find a crafting table, by the way. Found the crafting table. DNA merging stage. Grim says, I got a merging stage for you. How you liking the game so far? I'm liking it so far. There's a couple nitpicks that I've had, but most of the nitpicks can be boiled down to like the kinds of things that could be probably fairly easily patched by the devs. And the game just came out like less than a week ago, so it's entirely possible that any like perceived you know, slight annoyances I might be having are things that the dev is already aware of, or the devs might already be aware of, that kind of thing. So I'm enjoying it so far. I'm definitely curious to see where it's going to go, and just kind of to see what more combat situations will look like, because we've only had really one proper combat situation. It was pretty easy to resolve because we got an easy sneak attack on the guy. Could make more ammo. How much ammo do I have right now? Because I'm trying to avoid using ammo if I can help it. So I have the 6 bullets loaded in. I have 9 extras. I don't really know if we have a whole lot of extra use for gunpowder. That's the thing, though. There'll probably be other weapons eventually. Maybe I should hold off. I could make more nail bombs, which sounds kind of cool. That's a throwable, presumably. That, of course, uses a lot of gunpowder. Yeah, maybe I'll hold off for now. Maybe I'll hold off for now because gunpowder is probably at a premium, as are bullets, I'm sure. Like just like an old school ass coffin. It's so ominous. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe I shouldn't just blow all of my gunpowder making bullets, because I might come back wishing I had more of the stuff. But I'd be sleeping on the sofa, man. How's about we do this DNA merging stage, twits? I'm gonna try it. I was thinking, like, if I hit the thing... No, it doesn't do it. Okay. So I was thinking if I hit the thing, maybe it would make him relinquish the cooler, which may or may not have resources in it. What else here? Nothing else here to speak of. Let's continue going this way, then. Squelch our way over this way. Till we get the heck out of here, I feel like it's worth my while to take it slow. That's a little bit ominous. That seems like maybe a boss situation, maybe. But surprised that didn't get his attention. But I think if I get much closer, they will get alerted. And it seems like the crates really only just have scrap and wood on them. So let's see if we can go in here and maybe do something that would dissuade the tendrils from tendriling, from undulating, if you will. Oil. More stuff, including a battery for a taser. That's cool. An ominous blinking kind of dealio there. I was gonna say I should definitely shoot these, right? Oh shit! Yeah, he's even. Oh, it's because I made noise right there. I see. So. Be fine then. The thing is, if I walk onto that guy, it's gonna squelch it. I think it'll make a squelch noise. He'll probably feel it. So yeah, I need to like discourage this lad from doing shit before I try getting in there. And Lord knows I definitely want to get in there. Can't turn this thing on just yet. Let's go down this way and see what we can find. Guess if I walk into that, it'll fucking do me some damage, and I definitely don't want that. And find something that could, like, activate the power or do something to piss this lad off. Just go around him. That works too. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I thought maybe this was like a thing. I saw some kind of valve. No deal. No dice. Blueprint, that one is... Oh, shotgun! Hey, look at that. Glad I kept the blueprint, or the gunpowder. The shotgun might be kind of neat. West Wing key. And just parts. Very good. Good. Just gonna do some Marvel Rivals. Sounds good, Grenade Killer. Happy to just have you chilling with us. Any capacity, it's all good. That guy... Where there was a squelch. Yeah, and I'm guessing the squelch... I mean, I see it slows us down, but I'm wondering if it makes noise. Does that make noise? It seems like it ought to, with how, like, big the lettering is, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm surprised that didn't make noise. Now, we're back here. Of course, remember this little area. Do I have this key now? I do. We have all the keys. By all the keys, I mean just the one. Oh, big. Big fella. Big naked fella. With multiple arms and a naked butt ass. Naked ass butt. Did learn a sketch. Big fella. So I'm kind of curious. Sketches. Oh. There we go. Keep out, yes. Reacts to sound, grows on walls and floors. Always listening. No eyes, always listening.
Hope you didn't end up in there, girl. Now I just gotta get out.
Listening. Sure are. A little bit concerned because I have zero hunger replenishing things. Finding so many crafting materials and some, like, blueprints for making new weapons and new ammo, which is all well and good, but worry about our lack of food. There's the fucking guy. There he is. There's some stuff. There we go. The game heard my plight. Whoever was in here for a long ass time. Damn, wishful thinking. Yeah. We're watching, so they say. Best that I continue to play it safe with that guy right over yonder. Now he's behind that door and it's locked. But he could probably bust out if he really wanted to. I'm hearing some noises. Some noisier noises. Bandages. Took a little bit of damage earlier, but we're alright. Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of these fellers. That one's also locked. Probably. Oh, sure enough. Oh, sure. Goddamn enough. So, blowing things like a weakness, a weak spot. I'm gonna not take a fight If I can help it, I'm not gonna like seek. I'm not gonna seek one. We end up in a situation where we have no choice. I will fuck a motherfucker up. I want to see what's back this way. Oh shit! Hold on. If he turns around immediately, okay, no, he's making the rounds. Oh, okay, well, now I'm committed. All right. Shit. Ow, shit. Okay, I got out. I wonder, can I like reset the room? Oh shit, wrong way. How'd I get in here? The razzle dazzle. Whoop. Oh, it was out this way. What if I reset the room? If that'll do something? Or if now he's like big mad. He's still big mad. Hold on. Alright, so I kind of got fucked up a little bit. Oh no. Now he's right there too. And my stamina's gonna start draining soon. Good for a little bit. One of these two. There we go. Oh man, yeah, so they're ready. I really wanted to hit that weak spot on his back. Shit. Shit. Oh shit, I shouldn't be pressing those buttons because that is using things that I don't mean to. Hard to really get back there. And I don't know of a way to like reset him, basically. I was thinking maybe it would be a matter of like just chilling for a bit. I just wish if there was a way. Let's see. Trash can. 2. It's F. So maybe I do this. Over there. Did I do it? Use the trash can to lure an enemy? Well, it didn't work. Shit. Yeah. So I don't know if there's like a way to do it. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing that. I'm gonna burn through all my healing items if I do this. I keep like pressing a bunch of buttons to get out of his grasp, but by doing that, it's like queuing up a bunch of clank. It keeps, yeah, I just did it again. It keeps queuing up, like buffering. Damn. Keeps buffering that input. There's got to be a way to do this that the game would want me to do, like handle this the way the game wants me to handle it. I'm trying to use this as like a learning opportunity. Get out. I am alive technically. The thing now. Okay, yeah. So the lesson learned here is if you get spotted, you just have to like. There's no real way to like finesse your way out of it. You have to kind of brute force it. So I think the idea is just don't get spotted. Just don't get spotted ever. And if you do, then it's kind of too late. You have to do this. You have to handle it kind of messily, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping that the original idea was, yeah, we'll just kind of run away and like wait it out, like reset the room, that kind of thing, or just kind of hope that he'll chill, take a chill pill. And I'll confess, I can't remember. I think we saved after we went here, I think. It won't take us long to get back to where we came from. Okay, I was wrong. It was not after we went through here. It was before. So, there we go. Take all that. Yes, that's all well and good. I will go ahead and use a heals. Actually, no. I'll wait till we take a little bit more damage. That's fine. Don't wait the big zombie daddy fella. Big naked zombie fella. How about that? Right. Yeah, I did see that guy kind of wiggle a little bit. Keep wailing on him. As you can imagine, the combat, like the melee combat especially, is a little bit wobbly. Like the attack animation is a little bit like kind of unexciting and unimpressive. But that's okay, because your character, as is often the case with survival horror, is not like a melee badass or just some
What is
fucking
this?
person.
Better stay quiet. Maybe they won't notice. Oh, if it weren't for that damn glass.
I gotta stay quiet. Maybe they won't notice. I'm saying out loud. Yeah, we're not like some trained soldier. We're just some fucking person who's in a scary situation. It makes sense that we're, you know, kind of a shitter when it comes to melee. Now let me just test this theory now. If I step on these guys, does that make noise? Because the boldness of the squelch makes it sound like it's making noise, but I don't think it does the way that glass makes noise. If I step on this guy... Yeah, there we go. That's making them react hella big. So, yeah, the lesson here is that the squelching is not so much a noise as it is like the game's way of saying, oh, hey, you have like an effect now, and the effect, of course, you move a little bit slower.
Most
How did you...
We already got this interaction earlier.
Why are you...
keep
Which means, yeah, there was an area earlier where I like avoided potential conflict because I was unsure if the squelching would bring our attention, bring attention to us rather. Remember the game when we were kids? So was the game called Don't Wake Daddy? Was that the name of the game? I mean, in a more general sense, I remember, you know, trying to, you know, playing video games and trying not to like wake up, you know, the parents of whoever house we were at back in the day. Not waking up their mom and dad because we're like staying up too late playing video games. I remember that kind of deal, but not a specific game with that as the title. Oh, it's a board game. Okay. Oh, you know what, El Gaso? I never played it, but I think I saw the commercials. As that does ring a distant bell now that I think about it. And the guy had like a classic, like kind of like nightcap. Like kind of little nighty cap, that kind of deal. That is kind of vaguely familiar. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I probably saw the commercials. There was a number of games like that back in the day where like either like some of them I did have or some of them my friends had. I know a lot of us, we remember the commercial for Crossfire. Crossfire! Like that shit was such a hype commercial, and I liked the game. The game was cool, but the commercial really hyped it up. My god, they really hammed that shit up. So of course it's gonna pale in comparison. But that commercial was fire. Crossfire, if you will. Oh shit. Now if I beat the shit out of him like that, is he still able to fuck shit up? I think the answer is probably no, honestly. Now it did of course do a little bit of damage to me. That guy's like extremely aware of my presence. I can't remember if there was actually anything in here. I don't think there was. What I will do... Oh, he did grow back, by the way. They do grow back after a while. Not surprised. Because, yeah, I think there was maybe some stuff in here. Yeah, there was. There's a couple things. But only just a couple, actually. Yeah, Crossfire, baby. Crossfire! Mousetrap, man. Yeah, that's another one where the commercial was great. I think I can almost, like, remember the lyrics. It's insane action, the greatest attraction. Action, it's Mousetrap. Like, it's like that jingle is prominent in my memory. And yeah, same kind of thing there. I never played it, but the commercial was hype, and it looked cool. I have a couple friends that described it exactly where you described it, Elgas. Were like, they either thought the game was just so-so, or they never even played the damn thing. They just thought like building the board was cool, and it looked awesome. Like it did look fun, like a classic Rube Goldberg kind of machine. There's a lot of us, you know, we grew up watching Tom and Jerry and shit like that, and the elaborate Mousetrap Rube Goldberg machine is a thing we all, at least I enjoyed. So, yeah, I think it's great. It was a pretty sweet commercial, yeah. One of my buddies, in one of his like higher order engineering courses in college, his professor had them build a Rube Goldberg machine, with very little like oversight. It was one of those where like just build a Rube Goldberg machine. The more creative and weirder and more like creative, the better. Because of course, you know, you have to put a lot of things that you know conceptually in practice, no matter how you slice it. That's just kind of how it goes. I always thought that was like a clever assignment for like an engineering course. What's up, Unstable? No one knew how to play it. It was a mystery, man. It was a simpler time back in those days. Yeah, I had a couple friends who they did play it, but they were like, it was just okay. It was like just an okay experience. Like the commercial really played it up better. I'm kind of curious of one thing. I'm gonna do a quick run through. If there's anything else this way that I missed, but I don't think that there was. Okay, in fact, yeah, I already know where we are, because we've seen all that as well. Okay, so yeah, there were no other areas we missed. Because now that we found that key, were there any other lock sequences that are now available that direction? The answer is no, we've already seen it. We've seen it. Yeah, the rules were there, but... yeah, exactly. It's like, that's not as fun as just building the fun thing. Commercial was all about. The naked fella. Don't step on the glass, just don't do it. That could be very good or very bad when it comes to not getting detected by the fellas. They got hella food in here. That's beautiful. In fact, I'm gonna go and eat one of these. Yo, girl, getting hungry. I appreciate eating. Kills you a little bit. Just a wee bit. Uh-oh. Better not get in. I was gonna say, you better not, motherfucker. You better not. Very profitable Rube Goldberg machine industry. Yeah, not the kind of thing you would ever, like... you'd be, like, doing something at a job, and you'd be like, ah, yes, I've prepared for this exact moment. Because of that one assignment I did in college. Yeah, like, ain't no fucking way. Now, granted, I could make that same argument. A lot of us can make that same argument. For those of us that... oh. They just pop with little egg poppers. Those of us that had to do, like... oh, I need an arm. A dismembered arm. I need to, like, scan the fingerprints of somebody or something to get through here. Now, those of us that had to suffer through, like, a year plus of calculus... and linear algebra and differential equations and all kind of shit to get my computer science degree. When have I ever had to use calculus in any of my day jobs or like in the industry? Never. Not once have I had to use calculus or differential equations. Linear algebra, not one single time. You better turn your ass around. Now I could try to pop him. Got that glowing spot on his back, but the problem is if I pop him, there's like 3 other big boys around here. And then they're all gonna come pissing in my ass. And I just had my asshole bleached the other day, man. If they're gonna be pissing in my ass, it's gonna ruin the Valentine's Day surprise I have for Gracie. Looks like he's stuck. Yeah, he's stuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. I might have to throw one of them cans at his ass. Or let's go this way. Okay, we got Ryan now. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. There's also Mauled Madness. I don't think I know that one, actually. And I guess I want it on. Oh, it opens that door, I think. Okay. I don't know why that guy was stuck. It's like his pathfinding couldn't decide where to go. Oh, they're talking. Are they holding hands? It's not holding hands. I mean, maybe they're holding penises. One can only hope. One can only hope they're holding penises. We know where this door goes. Already seen that shit. I'm kind of curious. Section 2, Electric Boogaloo. Welcome back, Meerkat. He says meowdy. Brains. I got dyscalculia. I was a supremely average math student. I was not a very impressive math student. I probably still am not an impressive math student. So I've been privy to that conversation where I just kind of make passing mention and be like, yeah, I had to do, you know, way too much calculus in college for it to like do me any good. And inevitably, well, actually, maybe I shouldn't say inevitably, but sometimes people will hear that and they'll go, oh wow, you had to do a lot of math in college? You must have been really smart, Alex. It's like, I got B's, and you know, like in those math classes, I got B's. And the odd C, I was just average. Like, I saw people that were, like, real fucking good at that shit. I saw people that were good at that shit. I was paired with them on multiple projects. I did better with the, like, honest to goodness computer science courses. I got mostly A's and B's in those. Maybe the odd C every once in a while. Yeah, the math ones were tough, and the math ones I had to spend a lot of time on. So it didn't come naturally to me. I had to fucking grind that shit. Speaking of grinding, I'm a little bit concerned about not having a save point in a minute, so I'm going to use a little bandage. Bandego. Prehensile penises, there you go. They shake them like hands. What's up, Ace? Good to see you, bud. Calculus is bullshit. Yeah, I mean, you know, some folks love it. You know, I know a few math majors from back in the day that either went into computer science or just did something else with their degree. One of the guys that I used to work with just casually taught physics at like a community college as like a night gig, just, you know, casually, and it like never came up. He would just like, at one point I just started like, hey, did you know Pat is a fucking physics instructor? I was like, excuse me, what the fuck? What's he doing here? We're just a software shop. What the hell is this? Oh, it's even like a scarier version. Scarier, fuckier, weirder version. Now this you might just have to combat through. Might have to just spooky. Whatever it is, it's spooky. Some spooky dookies. That's how I feel, Ryan. If you understood what a partial differential equation is. Well, the good news, Meerkat, is I've forgotten so much of that shit. So much of that shit left my brain the second I turned in my finals for those courses. Like, you know, like I could bullshit my way through a fucking derivative or you know, that kind of shit. Integrals, you know, I could maybe bullshit my way through like the easiest one, but I'd probably have to look shit up. Be like, wait, what's this thing mean? Fell over there. Oh, almost ran into that thing. I'm gonna assume that would be damage.
Get it together, girl.
I'm gonna lop it off. I need the saw, dude. I need the saw. Is it gonna be conveniently located in here? I just didn't like it. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I definitely didn't love it. Like, I recognize for a computer science degree, I recognize why they required so much of it, but I don't miss it. I don't miss it one bit. What I will say about math is that it was kind of cool when you're given a math problem and it exists in a vacuum. A math problem exists in a vacuum. There's no other outside variables to consider. You know, it's not like chemistry or biology or like physics, the lab science courses. You know, you do a lab science course, you have all this other bullshit you have to consider. You know, there's like inexact measurements you take because everything is inexact because you're limited by like what the human eye can perceive, and you're looking at like a flask. You're trying to get like, you know, 30 milliliters of a liquid, and you're like pouring it and you're going like, well, I think it's 30 milliliters. You're kind of holding it close to your eye. You're trying to like gauge where it's at, like those kinds of things. There's always like a little bit of wobbliness to how you measure things and how you try to get things. With math, it's all just on paper. It is in that kind of finite universe, in that brief moment in time. It's in that vacuum, and when you get the answer, it is absolute. 2 + 2, of course, it equals 4. I liked that part of it. I liked not having to fuck with real life complexities and bullshit, because at the same time, when I was having to do a lot of calculus, I also had to do a lot of chemistry, and I did not like the lab science course. I liked them even less than I liked math. So at least that was like there was a simplicity to it. And that same simplicity tends to exist a lot of times in computer science at the conceptual level. Inevitably, if you're like, you know, writing software for a Windows machine, you probably have to do something involving the Windows operating system. So there's still outside variables, but I appreciated fewer of those at least. Yeah. Yeah, and Ryan, I remember you having to do some calculus back in the day in your college courses. I remember hearing about that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't miss it, and it's something I've literally never had to use, because if I'm using something that utilizes calculus in some way, there's a standard library that does all that shit for me. I would never have to implement that myself, and it does it for me in a much more efficient manner. That wheel was invented decades ago. I would never have to reinvent it because that'd be fucking stupid. So, anyway, yeah, there's one of those things where it's like you have all that training in college, then you get into the industry and you go, I don't need. I mean, some of it is useful, yes, but a bunch of like the gen ed stuff, who fucking cares? The rules are made up and everything. The points are made up and nothing matters. There it is. Classically good at math, and that shit is bullshit. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, man. Have a good night, Elgaus. I know it is getting kind of late. It's like kind of multiplication. No rules, but also pizza is good. You're not wrong. Might be onto something, man. This hunger's overwhelming. Couldn't reach the exit. I'm training myself up now, so I guess he's like worried he's gonna turn into one of them. You're prowling behind the doors. Just really hope it won't hurt. Yeah, did he off himself? We can assume here. So we need to find the hacksaw. I'm finding other resources, which is all well and good. No, honest to goodness, hacksaw. What was that thing I just found there? Just some fabric, okay. I do wonder if the... Oh, there is a weight capacity. There is a weight limitation. I kind of figured there was going to be something eventually. Go slowly. Oh, dear God. He's right there. Is this the same room, or is it a different one? I think it's a different one. No, it is the same one. Right, it is the same one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is it on there? See, some tools... No, never mind. Those are scratch marks. I thought it was like pliers or something. Those are just scratch marks. Kind of surprised that didn't alertify him. Alert to him. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out the way we came. What's that say? Rolla soda? Oh, cola soda. Oh, that's unimpressive. So I gotta find the hacksaw. Or I can hack a solution together. Is there a practical application to this? There's a theoretical conceptual application. Yes, the practical application is if you want to be a math teacher, you need to understand this. That's the practical solution, or the practical implementation. Wow, Alex, that sounds like it's bullshit. Yep. Yep, it sure do. Sure do be that way. Eat the beans. Gonna kind of look around, see if there's anything else. Actually, I guess we came this way originally, didn't we? Dr. Oak, he came when you heard. Squelching along here. I'm gonna guess that area that had the other, not quite as evolved fellas, that probably has the hacksaw that we need. That is where I'm going next. Oh wait, yeah. I was gonna say, do I have to be quiet here? Yes, the answer is I have to be quiet. Yep, I'm a dumbass for not realizing that. That's on me. That's on me, big dog. That's on me. It's kind of annoying having to do like stealth constantly, as it moves you kind of slowly, but it is a inevitability. Go through this one. The doors sound so loud. They sound like they're making a lot of noise. I don't know if they actually are, but my
Hope you didn't end up in there, girl.
squishy little
Well, I
human
just figured it
ears. What it sounds like to me. Hmm? So we've seen from afar these doors. So we need to, I'm gonna guess we probably need to open them in some way. Another crafting station, I think. I'm just gonna close that. No alteration blueprints just yet. We do have the shotgun blueprint now. I wonder if I should go ahead and make it. Oh wait, that's there we go. Sawed off. Well, I do have the parts and the wood. Now, do I want to go ahead and make it, or do I want to see if I can find one in the wild? Let's go ahead and make one. I have a little bit of shotgun shells right now. I think? Do I? We have 9 mils, 9 mil ammo. Oh, no, we didn't find any ammo, but we did find the blueprint for the ammo. So I'm going to make some shotgun shells. And the odd chance that we get jumped by something that we need to take down with something big and scary. Oh, it's got nails and gunpowder. I'll make 6 of them. Plus the 2 that are loaded in here right now. So if like one of those big series just simply has to be taken down, we'll have the means to do so. That's just some scrap metal. Man, we have so much stuff we're somehow carrying in all this. Oh, I see. That's what the mouse wheel's for. There we go. Mouse wheel's for. Cool. So yeah, so we'll default to the pistol for now. No hacksaw, unfortunately. I should be careful. Making any noise. Dangerous. If I wanted to be like a shitter, I could like blare some music or something. That'd actually be a kind of a cool feature. Use the environment. Like make distracting amounts of noise. I know you can throw a can or like, you know, that kind of thing to distract bad guys, but that does have limitations, especially if they're already agitated. They already got that agita. Speaking of agita, if anyone's curious, Gracie and I are nearing the end of season 5 in The Sopranos. We're almost done. Done with that shit, if you can believe it. Started that shit back in December, like early December, and here we are, beginning of February. We're like about to begin the final season. And I've definitely been enjoying it. I have my, as is often the case, I have my nitpicks. There's been like a couple moments that were kind of like, that seemed a little bit like weird with its pacing, and there were a few episodes that were a little bit like kind of throwaway, like, that was kind of a filler episode, but like most of them have been interesting. And most of the show has aged pretty well, and I like it a lot more than I like a lot more than the things I've disliked. Bro, you're standing right where I want to be, bro. My guy, my dude, my guy. My headless, naked demon zombie in Christ. If I step on the glass, it's Jover for me. Well, I wonder if he's got the saw. Oh, that's what it was. That's what got his ass. All right. I'm just gonna brute force it. Really want that weak spot. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. I just want bang, bang, bang. Reload action. Beating on him. Beating on his ass. And I'd really like to... Oh, his weak spot disappeared, by the way. Good to know that his weak spot isn't even an option. Am I missing? Am I just that bad? Drop shotgun shells and a bottle of alcohol as a crafting material. Alright, so that burned through literally all of my pistol ammo, save for the 4 shots that are in the chamber right now, in the cylinder. So yeah, if there was ever anything to be indicative of how it's like, yeah, you definitely want to avoid combat in this game, surprise there. And confirms that opening doors does make them mad. To be honest, I'd forgotten. I'd forgotten that opening the doors would have made him mad earlier. I just assumed that I had fucked up earlier and stepped on the glass or something, but... doors like that make them mad. Especially when it was fairly obvious that it wasn't going to be like a... oh shit! Oh, fuck! That it wasn't going to be a, like a loading zone door, but was going to be just like a temporary door. Same instance door, 0451. Slumps over. Actually, while I'm here, I guess I might as well look around. 0451. We're gonna need that food-ometer pretty soon here. I think we did make a note, so I don't think I have to write it down. I think our character, like, made a little note of the code. 451. I thought maybe there was something there. I'm gonna guess this will probably pop us over. Oh, actually, this is something different. Oh, we saw this room earlier. Right, okay. Oh, that's awesome. And it beat the professor on it? That's sick. So write a program to solve it without using linear algebra. That's awesome. Whoever's code solved it the fastest would win. That's incredible, Meerkat. So you and one of your buds nailed that shit? Oh, that's a weird bug. Oh, now it's okay. Yeah, it was like it like went it like launched upwards suddenly. Yeah. So when you pause, that's kind of interesting. When you pause, the physics of any smoke in that are like in action, I suppose. It's like time is like sort of progressing, kind of sort of. So when you unpause, that's like an interesting little bug there. Not the end of the world, obviously, just a weird little limitation. I don't know if that is that is anything to be concerned about. I'm wondering if that's another thing to say, like, if you didn't open this door to make the monster mad, by walking in here, that would have made noise, and that probably would have drawn the monster in. I've intensely waited for this to become usable now. That one does not restore any health, by the way. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do a bandage use. And walk while that is being used, which is nice. Probably fairly safe to assume, then, that... gonna be in this... behind this coded area is probably gonna have the goods. So... for notes, 0451. Oh, never mind. It's not like a storage area. It is a whole new room. Whole new world I never knew. That's awesome. It was technically a legal solution. Wow. I mean, if it works, man, if it works, if it's within the realm of you know, of the competition, of the stated requirements, and as you of all people would know, Meerkat, when it comes to the, like, you know, any sort of engineering solution, if these are the stated requirements, the stated parameters, and it fits, then no complaints could be made. It's like, them's the breaks, baby. Stun grenades, and we got that hacksaw, very nice.
To get out, this saw might do the trick.
Literally. Gonna guess that's good. Save point. A separate save point for this one. And now that we've, like, activated a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna guess that that's going to bring in some heat. It's gonna bring in some heat, and we did see all those extra doors had some big scary boys behind them. They'll be unyielding, I'm sure, as we go back through to get back to that other door we saw earlier. Also, Voxiv, thank you for that raid, my mans. Thank you, dude, for playing a cool little game called I Hate This Place. This is not like me saying it's a cry for help. This is not me being like, I'm so miserable. No, the name of the game is I Hate This Place. and it is good, although I have my nitpicks. I have like a few, I've had a few like mild little complaints. I like it more than I dislike it. But there have been a couple things that have irked me slightly. Some slight irkage. But overall, I'm liking it. It is, of course, a survival horror, kind of crafting, survival kind of game. I was expecting survival horror. I was not expecting survival crafting horror. That part is a little bit, I don't want to say it's unwelcome, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I'm going to not make them mad if I can help it. We are still in the starting area. We're kind of in that point right now where we're probably about to exit. I think we're about to exit. But I'm now retracing my steps now that we've like unlocked or found the thing to unlock the area that leads out. Well, kind of while we're in this neck of the woods, we're now in the midst of some areas where some extra bad guys are now available to pop out, but as long as I play it safe, they shouldn't hear my ass. So that's the hope. Foxivs was doing some Resident Evil 4. Very nice. Thank you, Jet Dive, for shouting out our buddy. Are we talking OG RE4 or the remake? Because I love the OG. I've actually not played the remake yet. I love the OG. I've played that game so many times. The randomizer is great. The fan-made remake for it's fantastic. Love me some RE4. Solid video game. Very solid. Not a liquid. It is solid. I'm not gonna step on the broken glass. Oh wait, I think I can just go down this way. Oh shit. Oh shit. I guess I can't go that way then. Unless I could just follow his ass. I'll just try following his ass. I guess the main entrance is also an option. Light thuds. Now, when I... Oh, right. Herp derp, I actually have to get the guy's hand first. Where was that on the map? I'll have to remember where that is exactly. Anyway, the Voxif, thank you for that raid. If you have any clips you want to share, you've heard my spiel so many times because you've been so generous, man. You raid me all the damn time, dude. Very kind. Cool dude. Cool homie. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, but for realsies, if there's anything of yours you want to share, I'm all ears. Just kidding. I would also be eyeballs. Got Space Theories. Thanks for joining us, guys. It is the remake. Yeah. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. Yeah. I will say the Steam version of RE4, like original, is very good. I mean, I know the remake is a absolute banger of a game, just based on what I've seen and heard of the game. But yeah, if you find yourself wanting to play the OG, the Steam version or the PC version, well, not like the modern PC version of the game is very good. I know there was like an original, like, I want to say it was like Windows Vista. There was like a Windows Vista version of the game. So there was like there's a pre-Steam PC version of the game that apparently was very not good. And I think the big thing is that it was exclusively keyboard controls, no mouse controls at all, which is wild as fuck. It's one of those where I don't think they expected you to play with keyboard. They expect you to play with a gamepad, you know, connected to your computer. The fact that there was just no mouse controls at all was one of the choices of all time. Yeah, the Steam one's good. And there's like a fan-made remaster project. It's like a fan-made remaster project for the OG Resident Evil 4 that really makes the game look and sound like it's some next level stuff. I mean, it's still like the original game, obviously, and it's basically like a texture pack with some added other like kind of flourishes, but it makes it look really nice, which is great. Here we go. Let's do this thing so I can yoink his arm. Is it gonna turn into a zombie?
Oh, I'm gonna puke. Now the scanner.
We know he was turning into a zombie, and it's kind of implied that he killed himself. Oh, by the way, is there anything in the ammo container? Played on the Wii, dude. I actually have that one as well. I've played the GameCube. I've played the Wii. I've played the Steam version. So I've played, and I've played the enhanced version as well. But yeah, that Wii version is great. Yeah, had the ability to aim like a real gamer, dude. that Wii version is an unsung hero of the RE4 pantheon, man. I am 100% with you on this one, Voxes. The Wii version for RE4 is incredible. I mean, of course, the GameCube OG is great, and the Steam version probably is like the most definitive because it has like everything. I think the Wii version doesn't have. I think it might have the separate paths, or what was it, separate something, the Ada Wong side story, and like some of the cosmetics. It has some of the side stuff. I don't think it has all the side stuff that came out like with the PS2 version, all that jazz. So it's not like the definitive version, but man, those motion controls, dude. Man, I love how those motion controls felt. And it was fun. Was that the one where when you took out your knife, you would have to like swing the Wiimote to swing the knife? Oh, amazing. And of course, the QuickTime events were great. God, what a good fucking game, dude. Yeah, it's called Separate Ways. Good fucking game. Good lord. And it's so bizarre that they remade RE4. A game that did not need a remake because the original is so incredible and is still so widely available. It was released on every platform under the sun, and then some has been ported post-release, you know, thousands of times, so it feels. Usually when you think of remakes, you think of games that came out a long time ago, or games that are kind of hard to play nowadays because they're not available on modern consoles. You know, RE4 wasn't that long ago, but that being said, given that the remake is so good, I'm glad it exists. It's like it doesn't need to, but I'm happy it's there. Yeah, but I'm with you though, Voxes. That OG is some good shit, man. They went all in, dude. Oh, for 6, okay. Playing that for the proper everything, yeah, for the first time proper. Do you find that it maybe kind of hampers the experience a little bit?
Fucking finally.
Because I've only this is gonna like out myself a little bit as a fake, as a fake gamer. RE4 is actually the only Resident Evil game I've played.
Hey, you.
Which is kind of embarrassing to admit, but it's the only one I've played, and I've played it a fuck ton, and I clearly owe it to myself to play more of them. Of course, I know 5 was not everyone's cup of tea, and 6, I think, was also kind of hit or miss for some folks. I understand 7 and on have been very well received.
Perhaps
Generally speaking.
She was never there.
And at some point, I do want to go back and play the old school one, because I like old school survival horror. We played Tormented Souls last year, and that game is just a love letter to Silent Hill and Resident Evil. And I have played Silent Hill 1, at least.
What?
So, you know, I'm not exposed to old school survival horror shenanigans.
Yeah, I may have lied to you. I just wanted to see how you do. And now I'm content.
Never played a single one? Yeah. There's a bunch of great ones out there, I know. I know, of course, the first 2 are classics. I've heard 3 is not everyone's favorite, but the first 2 are definitely worth playing. And of course, there's the originals, and there's the shiny remakes of 1 and 2. So there's all kinds of great stuff.
You wasted my fucking time.
You tell him.
It's gonna be even harder to find her now.
Leon said, yeah. Well, Ryan, of course, Ryan remembers that we were all hanging out playing RE4. I've told the story about how, and this is not a unique experience to me. I know lots of other folks had this as well in their childhood or their adolescence, where a lot of us, of course, played multiplayer games with the homies, but sometimes we would get together and just take turns playing a single-player game. You know, I have vivid memories of Ryan and myself and our friends Kyle and Dustin all hanging out, and we all took turns playing RE4. Every time one of us would die, we'd pass the controller around, and you guys doing something similar with Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. I never played a Metal Gear Solid game until, like myself at least, until I played MGS1, probably 7 or 8 years ago on stream, and that was my first time playing it, but I'd seen pretty much the whole game when, you know, my friends were playing it, and I was just kind of chilling and vibing. Same with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. I pretty much know all the spoilers, all the story shenanigans.
Man crap was nuts from the start. Oh, Lou, what
And I remember thinking how weird that was, but I've learned in more recent years that, like, I would mention that to friends, like, oh yeah, I've like not played the game, but I've like seen other people play it, and they would go, oh yeah, me and my friends did the same shit. Me and my friends were like, you know, take turns doing like single player, like playing single player games, and you try to like group think solutions to problems. You try to be like, oh man, have you tried this? You get stuck in a boss battle, you're stuck in a puzzle, you're trying to, like, without looking things up, you're trying to like work together to find the solution to the thing. So it's something that is maybe not universal, but not uncommon. And like Ryan said, we're playing RE4 and it's rated M, and you know, you go through the village section, There's the one woman that's been stabbed through the fucking face with a pitchfork, and that one little sidebar area. You go, ooh, that's a little graphic. But really, the game's not that bad. In the village area, you can't even decapitate the bad guys. You can, you shoot them in the head enough, they'll just fall over. It's not until a little bit later in the game where you can, like, pop their heads like balloons. So you're playing Resident Evil 4, it's like, this game isn't really that violent. There's really not that much gore. It's not really anything that really warrants a rated M experience until you encounter the Chainsaw Sisters, and you underestimate one of them, and they fucking and just fucking cleave your head off. You see Leon's head flop over, you go, oh my god, like, it's kind of shocking, honestly.
I remember there were other docks nearby. Maybe those boats will take me to different places.
What's all this then? Is there like a base building aspect, I wonder? Arrive at the Rutherford Ranch. I want to say bassist for Genesis, his name is Mike Rutherford, and he did this. He had his side band called Mike plus the Mechanics, Mike and the Mechanics. Had some pretty cool songs in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm gonna guess he's probably not involved in this venture though. 6 was a bit of a gamble though. Yeah. Oh, soloing it. Yeah, I've heard this thing about 5. I've heard that 5 is kind of rough if you're soloing it, but. And co-op, I've heard it's, like, pretty good. I know that it rubs some folks the wrong way, though, because, of course, set the bar so high. Of course, there's no surprise that might come up a little bit short otherwise. Watched a whole bunch of... Yeah, exactly. Playing Skyrim back in the day. Yeah, changing hands. Exactly. Yeah, especially those, like, the really long games. Yeah, those really, really long games that were... It's a commitment to play by yourself, but when you got the homies to play with you, especially if, like, everyone enjoys it for different reasons. Skyrim, some folks maybe love the exploration aspect. Some folks might like the combat. Some folks might be there for the story. Everyone has, like, their different favored things about the game that kind of draws them in. That's kind of cool. Found another crafting sequence here. Crafting table. For buildings, straight up buildings. So there is a base building aspect. Eventually, I need to clear this rubble as garbage. Garbage. Oh wait, hold on. There was a demolish option. Edit. There we go. X. Demolish. Okay, so I can't do it. Yeah, I think we need. I think it said like dynamite and a couple other things. Dynamite. I definitely don't have the goods for that one. Still enjoy them, sure. Sure. I'm sure you're excited for Requiem. As that trailer for Requiem looks sick as hell. That is exciting. And of course, I've only played RE4, but I own plenty of them on Steam. I mean, I have only myself to blame for not having gotten to them sooner. Oh, speaking of getting to games, or in this case, getting back to a game that I've played once before. Some of the old timers. Oh, we're getting into more of a capacity situation. We're carrying a lot of wood. Oh, I can store stuff. Thank goodness, because this wood's getting ridiculous. Store the planks. Store this 31 gaggles of wood. I definitely don't need quite that much. That frees us up a whole bunch. Actually, not that much. Not that much. I'll store the metal sheets. Move all that shit. It's things that are like big and heavy and bulky. The nails could be worthwhile. They're not very heavy. Overall, at least. Oh, I'm wrong. It's 0.5, I guess, pounds for each one. Okay, maybe we'll put 10 of them in there. Yeah, I do see it does kind of add up. I'll keep the... Actually, I'm going to keep the gunpowder. I don't think I need that much scrap. We'll do, like, most of the scrap. That adds up pretty quickly. We'll move most of those. So we're freeing up a lot of capacity. So good to know that, yes, carrying capacity and carrying weight capacity is something that has to be measured. But anyway, no, as far as games that I've played once before and want to go back to, some of you who have been around for a long time, we're going back to like 2020. So I remember starting the game right as the pandemic was setting hold, which was a choice. It was a choice of all time. Pathologic. I played through Pathologic 1, Pathologic Classic. many moons ago, back in 2020, and loved it. And that game is so fucking weird and so esoteric. It's writing so hard, maybe not hard to follow, but so weird and so I don't know, like David Lynch vibes. It's just very, very weird kind of game. At times hard to follow, and certainly not for everybody. But anyway, Pathologic Classic is the original, but like a remastered version of the original with a better translation, better localization, at least that kind of deal. And Pathologic 2 came along. Pathologic 1 has you play as the Bachelor, the Haruspex, and the Changeling as playable characters. Pathologic 2 comes around as a kind of sort of sequel, but actually more of a remake, sort of remaster, alternate telling of the first one, but only features the Haruspex as a playable character. Pathologic 3 just came out, and that features that only features the Bachelor as a playable character. I think it's also like a retelling of the story. Anyway, I got a key offered to me for Pathologic 3, and I've only played Classic, and I've only played the Bachelor Classic. So what I'd kind of like to do is maybe take a crack at Pathologic Classic as the Haruspex, and then play through 2 and then start 3. So I've got a lot of Pathologic in my future.
You came home yesterday and didn't even say hello.
I know. It's just... I was with Lou. Have you seen her?
Lou? No, I thought she was with you. You didn't get into any trouble, did you?
Us? Trouble? No way.
We're just brandishing a bloody baseball bat. We've got multiple firearms on our person. Nothing weird or scary about this, or
Fool
threatening.
others with your sweet charm, but not me.
My charms are sweet. I'm pretty cool. And humble. And modest. Don't forget modest. Sorry, let me grab one thing. And one extra window that's taking up some space. Taking up too much space. Get it out of here. There we go.
Okay, no charm then. Can I use the phone and call her? Maybe she just went back home.
Well, this is the 1980s. How are you going to call her? She's no cell phone. I guess she's saying, I'm going to call her to see if she's home. I also do like the flashlight. I never noticed it until now. It's just perched on our shoulder like a parrot. Like a parrot on our shoulder. I'm going to assume it's like taped or something.
So you know where she lives now?
What do you mean? With her parents?
No, Elena. Lou and her parents... They recently had a fight. A huge fight. She moved out somewhere. That's all I know.
What? She didn't tell me. I thought, why did she keep that a secret?
You can try calling her parents. The number hasn't changed. Maybe she really went back home.
I can't help but notice, I'm sure some of you are probably thinking the same thing. The voice acting?
And you should really get some rest, darling.
And this is, like, I always feel a little bit bad harping on this, because it's an indie game. It's a small budget, I'm sure. Bunkers, Cult, bye.
So,
Ask about the bunkers.
I saw some weird stuff.
I feel a little being harping on this, and I don't say this with, like, any malice in my heart or anything, but the voice acting, right, it's not the bestest. And I don't mean to sound accusatory here, but we're kind of in this day and age where if you hear voice acting in a video game, especially an indie game, that is a little bit like, a little bit robotic sounding. Well, it might be a robot doing it, right? It could be AI.
No, I know, but...
I don't know. I don't know if I have, like, the best ear for discerning that necessarily.
These standards.
And I don't like to just throw that accusation around, but like, well, if it's bad voice acting, they probably used AI. Like, that's, you know, I don't want to just, like, sling that around because, you know, you don't want to, like, be fucking slanderous here, but it's what my brain does. I hear that and I go, ooh, I hope it's not. I hope it's not AI. I mean, the game just came out. I don't think it's early access.
Yes. This whole department. How much have you heard about them?
Actually, hold on. Let me look right now. Is it early access? It is not listed as early access on Steam, at least. It could still be in some kind of beta, you know, kind of behind the scenes, but, or like unofficially, but not early access on Steam, at least.
They're splicing
Just tell the whole deal.
something else.
Into people.
She
That's
knows.
the rumor.
Or she knows the rumor.
And
She's
those
heard.
rumors walk on 2 legs now. See? That's why I didn't want you to come back to the ranch.
Cult. Bye.
I met a guy
All
who said
caps.
something about the Horned Circle cult. What's that?
Some nutjobs worshipping him. Not the first, and definitely not the last ones. But this time, it's something bigger. They're preparing for something, and apparently, they tried to sabotage the department's work.
The department.
Bye.
Anyway, I'm just gonna cut this conversation short. Please tell me I can just break her shit. Oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, break my shit. I don't fucking care. Just fuck my shit up, fam. Can I break her chairs? I'll break the chairs. Can I break this one? Oh, heck. It's like I just go nuts. Can I eat all of her food? Just eat an entire crate of apples and carrots. I do see a save point over here, so I will utilize that real quick. This.
Shit. I almost forgot what all those kids were saying about me and my family. That
Are
was
they talking shit?
hard.
I will attack it. Take out my aggressions on this box. That'll show them.
Going to sleep in this bed brings back memories of that night. Lou always loved her comic books.
Go and save.
Shit. We had so many plans.
Don't interrupt this, though. Okay. Plot number 3. Here we go. This is unfortunately one of those games where, because it is, you have the food meter that's constantly dwindling, you do kind of have an intrinsic time limit. We've seen what happens if your stamina gets all, because so if your hungerometer gets all the way empty, your stamina will just drain on its own. If your stamina is 0, you can attack, but it's really hard and very slow and very miserable, and your movement speed is reduced to next to nothing. Just playing the game is kind of a chore when you're, you know, at 0 on all those things. There kind of is intrinsically a time limit in the game. Or like oh yeah, there it is. Our stamina just got low there. There's like this intrinsic kind of built-in time limit based on you being able to, you know, to deal with your food shortages. That being said, I have to find some pretty nifty blueprints, a whole bunch of good stuff, including making a new baseball bat if we felt so inclined, meat and potatoes, finding canned beans and potato chips. Sometimes, at least, we have actually no more food. We are completely out of food right now. So as our food meter is dwindling now, it's going to get a little bit desperate. Chance. However, I would wonder if we just found some cooking opportunities here. And like cook something here? Oh, hold on. A signal, of course. Of course. I was gonna see if we could cook food here, but no dice. Are we able to rest in the bed? Oh, hold on. Probably supposed
I was
to.
9 years old when my mother disappeared. She was sick for a long time, and at that point, she couldn't move anymore.
Sleeping with your
My
shoes
father never
on
told me what actually
and the
happened.
sheets all dirty. What the hell, lady?
There is one more thing that you can do. One last resort. But it's desperate.
I was asleep when I heard some noises. I opened my eyes and saw him, the horned man, peering into my room through the half-closed door, his antlers almost touching the ceiling. I froze and pretended to be asleep. Then he slowly
Oh, just that fella.
Next day, my mother's bed was empty. I asked my father if...
Oh, I see. It's the flashback.
He said, "Don't say that name ever again."
So she already knew about the Horned Man even back in those days. Oh shit. Ookie. Uh-oh, blood splatter? Was there a blood smearing right here? That's a little bit weird. Oh god, and it's like, it like goes away and then comes back as he... Okay, that's gotta be a glitch. Because the lady's right here, so she didn't get got. That's... Yeah, that has to be a glitch. There's no way. Ain't no way. That didn't heal us or anything. But maybe it moved time forward. Yeah, it's 10:27 p.m. Yeah, so there's a day-night cycle. Mother.
I need to ask you something.
Yes?
That night, when my mother disappeared,
Yeah. I think you're right, Meerkat. Like, I'm trying to, like, pay more attention to it, and I think you're right. It doesn't quite have that same kind of, like... Accent isn't the word for it, but there's kind of a certain inflection that happens with the AI voices that you can start to kind of pick up on. I haven't really picked up on that, at least.
Agreed not to talk about it.
I know, but I still think that I saw something. A silhouette. Somebody was in the house.
You were a child, Elena, and time blurs memories. Your mother
I appreciate you doing
passed
some
away.
digging, though, Meerkat. And you're
I
right.
don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry, dear, but let the past be the past.
You're right. There's, of course, on Steam pages, there's this kind of honor system of developers disclosing, you know, how they use AI and making the game, but I don't think it's necessarily required. And also, how are you going to, like, you know, how can you live with that accusation with proof? I mean, you can look at something and go, well, come on, but, you know, it's kind of up to the developer to acknowledge it if they choose to do so. And it usually doesn't reflect well on them to acknowledge it.
Where's Uncle Spencer?
Not exactly a mark of pride.
He should be somewhere near the bridge. You can help him and bring some wood. Those bloody cultists destroyed some parts of the ranch and even built barricades. Remember the
Rude.
grain field where you and Lou used to play?
Sure I do. Guess I'll look there.
You need to find a way to get rid of that barricade first.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I think a good old Molotov might be the way. But first, I need to find some kind of a workbench.
We know where our workbench is. I'm more concerned about an ability to cook, because we're about to be starving, and I've already burned through all my food resources. There's a whole bunch of food in that house. It's nothing we can cook with, unfortunately. Let's see, where was the workbench that was out here? There was one. Here it is. Now, the question is, can you cook on a workbench? No. Well, actually, hold on. Oh, a stove. I need to make a stove. Here we go. Build time 6 hours. Now the thing is, how would I like make food without any raw ingredients? I guess I need the garden for it. Well, I guess let's go ahead and start crafting things. Where do I put it? If it matters too much. Oh, hold on. There was like a thing. Oh, it just has like a noise that it makes. You can rotate it. Huh. Yeah, the base building mechanic is a little bit unusual, unexpected. Put it there. And then also a garden. Ooh, they like remove the text. Yeah, garden would be a good idea. Grab one of those guys. And put it there for obvious reasons. Put it over here. Kind of a little grassy area. Yep. And of course, again, I'm out of food, and I don't have any ways to make more stuff. Oh, what the heck? Oh, the barricade, that's like to imply that, yes, that there's like a build time aspect. So it doesn't just like move time forward. It'll take a while for that to get there. Alright, well, we're just going to be out of stamina for a bit. So we're going to be moving slowly and just kind of starving. Let me go back in there. Maybe she does have stuff. Like, we're starving. We've burned through all of our food resources. And again, there's crates full of, I guess what I think are oranges and carrots and pears, all kinds of good stuff. Can't actually interact with it, and there's no food stores I can utilize. I can't, like, ask her to make food for me.
Hi.
Hi, lady.
Bye.
Hi, bye. Yep. That's a little bit of a shame. So, that, I would say of my nitpicks against the game, this might be my only problem with the game, where it's, the foodometer is pretty punishing. It's pretty rough. And that would be a thing that would probably be fairly easy, maybe not easy, but probably wouldn't be too ridiculous to try to like balance with like a future patch, that kind of deal. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that's something they could potentially patch out. I can understand the idea of a survival horror game with like limited resources and something to kind of nudge you along so you don't play the game super slow, something to kind of give you that sense of urgency. But burning through our food stores that quickly and at least not giving us a way to like find or make more like by this point in the game is a little bit unfortunate. There's no combat around here, obviously, but it's going to be kind of sluggish with this kind of really slow movement speed we're going to be stuck with for a while. So it kind of like drags the game down, and punishes in a way that doesn't really feel that like interesting or that fun. So I hope that's something the developers would consider. Normally I would say, oh, maybe I could just like lower the difficulty settings. I never saw any difficulty settings. No, I'm not saying that there weren't any. It's possible I missed them, but I never saw the difficulty settings or any sort of thing that like lets you alter the demand of food in the game. Now, of course, in the very start of the game, I pressed the wrong button and ate a can of beans when I shouldn't have, and so, you know, that's on me. But I feel like I've been fairly conservative. Otherwise, I've probably played this a little bit slower than I should have in some places at least. But I feel like I've been doing okay at trying to find food sources when there's like items to sort through, that kind of deal. So I'm over here like, yeah, if someone misses like a bag of chips here or there, or a can of beans here or there, it sucks right now being out of food, but it would suck a whole lot worse being in those earlier combat sequences and being out of food. Then you're really stuck. So no difficulty settings right now. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Mirka. Thanks for confirming. So I don't know if that's something they need to consider, but what I would hope is they would consider doing something different with how food or lack of it punishes the player, or how quickly you burn through your stores of it. Because, I mean, it's the question of, well, if we make it too easy and we make it so that like the rate through which you burn your foodometer drains too quickly or drains too slowly, then you're going to have like an abundance of food in your inventory, just clogging up your inventory space. So like that, obviously you have the opposite problem. To that point, I would almost say, why even have a foodometer? Why even have a food bar? Just get rid of it entirely. I think it does nothing for the game. I think it drags the game down. I mean, I'm biased because I've been burned by babysitting meters in games like this, and how I think it becomes a chore. And this one's really not too bad about it, but the one thing is that food meter being, the hunger meter being kind of a bummer. So I'm over here like, what's the point? I say like, get rid of the food meter. I think it does nothing for the game, and removing it does not remove anything of substance. It removes the urgency of like having to go fast. But I don't know, when I think of survival horror, I think of kind of needing to be careful and kind of needing to be slow and deliberate. So having a thing that says go fast because resources are constantly dwindling and there's only so much, and then another thing that says but you need to take it slow and be careful and not rush into things. There's that clashing of like philosophies, and I don't know, I'm over here like, why even have that hunger meter? Just drop it. But I don't know. Maybe, in all fairness, I'm only still like an hour and a half in the game. Maybe that will evolve further. Maybe there's like food things that give you buffs or something. Who knows? Maybe there's more to it than meets the eye right now. But right now, I would say that is a problem I have with the game, beyond just a nitpick. This is something that I think kind of brings the game down. But anyway, we did find some lore. Lighting every single candle. There were cables, but no electricity. So your father got angry, said he blamed you. Alright. I didn't even read this, yeah. I would do that thing with the cable again. She said it was worth it. Electricity. Oh, she started lighting every candle. So I cut the cables. There was no electricity. Right. Okay. So I don't know if that'll become important at all. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Definitely power now, of course. What are some other things I can get you going? So scrapyard reduces scrap and oh, I see. For crafting purposes. Okay. Produces wood. Generates water. All these things create things. Produces vegetables, of course. Oh, we already have a workbench. Oh, wait, no, we don't. Well, we have this workbench, but this is like a construction bench. Yeah, maybe we don't have a workbench. For some reason, I thought maybe we did. Like, maybe I saw one, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I saw one earlier, but yeah, maybe I'm just making shit up. Maybe I saw that construction bench and my brain was like, oh, we found a bench, we're good. Weird, like, shadowy thing that's happening sometimes. Maybe it's a... Well, no, it's going to say, is it a measure of us getting hungry? Is that what's going on? I don't think that's what it is. So yeah, so I don't think we have a workbench. I think what I thought I saw... Yeah, that's the game saying your guy is... Your girl is getting hungry. Go ahead and make a proper workbench. We probably need that for the Molotovs. On that, building these kinds of things around like a central place, like all these like construction-y things are in a central location. Makes plenty of sense. Let's build it right there. I'll take its sweet time. As far as other things to build, I mean, I feel like we have a lot of water right now. Maybe not that much. We certainly have a lot of wood, but of course the wood we found is a static amount. So water pump, sure. Like, thematically, the water pump should be, like, I don't know, maybe by the water or by the house or something like that. So, I don't know if I need to, like, overthink this too much. I'll just put it over here. All things we'll eventually need. Scrapyard. Sounds good. Build the scrapyard. Probably, like, over here. Go, and then... chopping block, sure. Might be one of those where we'll eventually need more than one of some of these stations. For now, we'll just do one of each. The text disappears. I did build a stove. Yeah, the stove was the first thing we built, yeah. Yeah, one of each. Can build a scarecrow if we wanted to, but it's just for show. I don't have any planks. I have one plank, but no, I don't know. I don't have the ability to make my own. We hungry. That's right, man. Fast and the Furious. I've actually never seen any of those movies. And I'll tell you, Ryan, I don't know if he's still listening in, but Rai, he loves those movies. Ejectocito, cuz like they're like, I've never seen them, but I've seen the clips. I've seen, the trailers. It seems like they really lean into, like, just the fun lightheartedness. It's like, you gotta embrace it, man. You gotta embrace the cheese. Gotta embrace that shit. Anything else around here? Seen every single one. It gets goofy. And that's not even, like, the goofiness that it, like, begins with. Because it seems like they start with, like, a healthy dose of camp. But yeah, I'm kind of under the impression that things get, like, exceptionally goofy in ways that nobody expects, later on. Dude, it is very dark right now. It's 9 a.m. The game is making it seem like it is dark. Like it is, like, pitch black out right now. Our flashlight is, like, really shining a lot of light right now. Either Molotov or a grenade or a dynamite to clear that thing. Definitely seeing some, like, load in little lag spikes. This is, like, very clearly loading something in. And I do have this installed.
Outside the house and sketching those flowers while crying. That was the day before my mother disappeared. But I don't have a lot of memories like this. Even though it's fucked up, this place holds mostly the good ones, from the times when Mother wasn't ill.
She was sick beforehand. Before she done disappeared. Oh. Yeah, but I do have this game installed on an SSD. So it's probably not, like, hard drive load, basically. I'm just kind of exploring around, kind of while we're waiting for things to construct. I could probably move time forward by sleeping more. Also... yes, sketches. So know about that one. Bunker exit, staff room code. Oh yes, from the bunker. Seems safe for now. Daylight is breaking at 10:15. Man, that's a very early sun or very late sunrise. 10:15 is a sunrise. Lord. If there's anything else to speak of here, there's an old bridge. Yeah, she was saying, like, yeah, go check out the old bridge. Oh, right, we need the wood to repair the bridge or something. I have wood on me. Not enough. It gets so goofy. Says it gets bad if you don't like... Farside says it gets bad after two. Well, I figured they were still fun. I figured they were still, like, fun and enjoyable. But the camp factor seems like it really gets cranked up to 11.
Knew the names of all the birds she heard.
So, like, if you're
Still don't
not a
understand
fan of, like,
why.
excessive camp, yeah, I could see how it would be, like, ooh, a bit much. Lots of extra wood, and, of course, this does go out pretty far. There's a boat there. It's kind of neat. Yeah, this is a whole different map than we started with, I think. There's anything else? Here's the guy. Here we go. So I have a bunch of wood. That was a different bridge.
I heard you need some help.
And I'm here now, and also I have a bloody baseball bat and multiple firearms, and I'm starving to death. Don't worry about it.
Elena, so you're safe and sound. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I just want car explosion entertainment. Yeah, and honestly, when I think of like a movie series to deliver that, I think of Fast and the Furious. So yeah, I wouldn't imagine much, depth necessarily. But I mean, since I've never seen them, I don't want to make it sound like I'm disparaging it. It just I wouldn't expect like a whole lot beyond just like just fun movie, and that's fine. Like not everything has to be Citizen Kane. Sometimes you want something just like fun, goofy times, and the credits roll, and you think to yourself, that was enjoyable. I had a nice time.
Not Aunt Marilyn. I swear she sometimes forgets that I'm an adult now.
I'm a grown-up now, Mom. Or not Mom, but Aunt Marilyn.
Lou, right?
Lou? No. Did something happen?
If Airplane took itself seriously. Well, of course, Airplane, it's... what is it? That's, yeah. Not Liam. What am I... Fuck, what's the guy's name? I'm blanking on the guy's name. The protagonist. They're maybe not the protagonist, but the character we all know. Leslie Nielsen. Like I was about to say Liam Neeson. I was like, that's not right. It's like a LN well, no, is that it? Is that his name? Shit. I remember it's a name that was originally a dude's name, like back in the day. Yeah, is that the guy's name? Leslie Nielsen? Like deadpan humor. It works so well. So the idea of Airplane being like, yeah, taking itself seriously
Not really. I just
would kind of ruin the vibe a little bit. But yeah, like the deadpanness of that game, of that movie, and its writing lends itself well to like sort of satire. Yeah, but the Fast and Furious movies are kind of bad. Yeah, not deadpan, but like genuinely being taken serious. Because yeah, like I guess that's the whole thing about deadpan. It's like serious face, but absurd things being said out loud and being done. So like, I guess that's why they call it deadpan, where it's like it flies in the face of what you would expect.
Look who's overprotective now,
that's different.
Yes, of course. Anyway,
Like us talking
if you're
animation.
worried about her, you should ask Eddie if he heard some.
Eddie?
Eddie?
Whomst is Eddie?
That's what they call him.
The mascot from Iron Maiden? Oh,
He's a guy who did the same.
can I scroll the
thing
camera up a little bit? It's a little bit awkward.
which is fuck civilization and start living in the forest.
So he's fucking the
Difference
entire
is,
civilization with his
I did it
penis.
for Marilyn, and Eddie did it because he hates people.
That's just weird.
It is a little
I have to
weird.
Deal with
Mutants and ghosts. Yeah. He's technically off the ranch, so he's safer than us, I guess.
right. So where can I find him?
He lives in a hut on the northern side of the forest.
So we're going next.
But I need your help with repairing this bridge first. And don't tell your aunt that I sent you there.
How much wood do you need, bro? I got so much on me right now. Why?
Some time ago, there was an article in our local newspaper claiming that Eddie is a serial killer.
Oh, shit.
And Marilyn panicked. Bullshit. I play cards with him. Though, I haven't seen him in a while.
And a couple dead bodies have washed ashore
I'll visit
recently.
him. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Can I apply the wood? I can. Does it instantly build or will it take a while? It instantly builds. All right. It's that simple.
Thank you for your help, Elena.
We just placed the wood and it just
Bye.
like constructified itself before our very eyes. Oh, Jesus. Well, I mean, I thought I was joking, but Jesus, this is definitely something. Yeah, like fish head fellas. See if I can get to whatever resources are right there. There's like the pink gloop. Oh. And the pink gloop. Oh, it's not the pink gloop. It's just if you get close to them. The stuff there, I need to kind of go around maybe. The goodness is because my person is just hungry right now, more or less perpetually. Smack. Oh, it's stepping on the squishies, I think. Probably okay. So if I come all the way around, whatever's in there could be some good stuff. Some bullets and a Molotov, our first Molotov. Baby's first Molotov. That means I can clear some of these extra areas, which is nice. Keep exploring, or do I want to just get back to the thing and see if some of our construction projects have ended? We're now getting into the afternoon. It's already getting dark again, man. It was like light out for a good light out for like a good like 3 in-game hours, or okay, maybe 5 in-game hours from 10:15 to 3:30. Dark every time, every other time. Sorry. The breaks. This time dilation like system is very strange. All these sausages everywhere. Just sausages everywhere. It's either entrails or like zombie tentacles. Oh, is this our camp from earlier?
Lou. We set up a tent inside the house.
Oh no, it's a different camp.
We were sleeping there, eating tons of marshmallows and reading comics.
Oh, that's a fair point. This could legit be Alaska. I hadn't even thought about that. Is there more to that story? Are you like a normal deer, or are you gonna like turn into a demon? I see he's got the glowy eyes. Like I was like looking at me. Okay, Bambi. Be nice. To the northern part of the... Oh, yeah, I don't like that. Alright, time for me to probably get back. It's getting scary. It's cool exploring. This is an aspect of the game I wasn't expecting. The exploring part's kind of neat. Oh god. It's like a glowing redness there. Yeah, it is pitch dick ass. It is so pitch black right now. Dick in ass, can't see shit. It is a whole deal. So yeah. Walk normally. And that. Oh, well and good. I'm gonna walk slowly around those guys. Of course I can't run. We're out of stamina. Wondering if that deer is gonna follow me across the bridge, but I don't think it will. Whole bunch more wood. Unfortunately, it doesn't doesn't look like there's a lot of extra secrets kind of on this side of the bridge and the ranch area specifically, but there's definitely secrets and things to explore in that little nook, like on that side, which is pretty cool. What's up, Smokey? Turn the deer into sausage, some venison sausage. There you go. Some venison sausage. Hope you're doing well, Smokey. Good to see you, bud. Playing a game, this is called I Hate This Place. And I don't know, to be honest, I have mixed opinions about this game. There are things about it that I like, and there are things that I don't like. There are surprises on like aspects of the game that I wasn't expecting that are a surprise and that are a delight, and there are aspects that I'm like, ugh, this game didn't need that. This game does not need a hunger meter. This game doesn't need I don't think, a like base building mechanic. The survival crafting aspect I don't love, but I'm like willing to roll with it. I thought the way into the ranch was this way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I just missed it. So, I don't know. I'm kind of right in the middle of how I feel about the game. There's things I like and there's things that I don't like. Is this still under construction? Oh, there's other stuff. Here we go. So this is done. Workbench. I can make ammo. I can make a backpack. Limited capacity? Sure. Make a backpack. I'm gonna guess that, like, enhances our capacity. Being able to carry things, maybe. Or, like, oh, it gives us a better carrying... like, carrying load, like weight load. That's kind of nice. Then if I wanted to, I could probably make a Molotov. We already have one. But I could make more if I felt so inclined. No alterations yet. Weapon alterations. I can make bandages. I can make soup. And meat and potatoes, but I need veggies and meats. Oh, you get meats by hunting. I see. You get meat by hunting. This produces vegetables. Oh, there's like a whole system. Herbs for medicine and cooking. Just for cooking. Okay, so you have to plant them. Okay. So we'll see. Vegetables. Q? Yes. C. C, senor. Oh, I need water. Okay. Okay. So, well, let's go here then. Right. Oh, you have to queue up the water. Okay. Make a bunch of water happen, man. That's, I mean, there's not much else. Take 3 in-game minutes to make some water happen. Okay. And then I'm guessing the chopping block is probably the same way. Not that we need extra wood. Scrap or rags or trash cans. Guess I'll do like a little bit of each. Suppose. I don't know. Yeah, this I don't know if I love this system, honestly. We'll do a bunch of wood and then 2 planks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should have paid more attention, like, to the trailer. Because in my mind, it's like, this wasn't really how the game was kind of sold to me. The idea of a, you know, survival horror, isometric kind of experience. You know, Deadwood meets Stranger Things was kind of the general deal. I guess in all fairness, I've not played Deadwood. I didn't think Deadwood had, like, a base mechanic and crafting and a hunger meter to babysit. So maybe it's on me for not, you know, doing my homework more. But yeah, there's a lot of aspects of this game that were really not what I was expecting.
What's that red barn near the building station for?
It's our
Storage.
You can use it
Show
to
with a
store
capital S.
materials and supplies. You're not going to carry everything in that backpack, are you?
Only an
I have a backpack
extensive
now.
amount of ammo, empty trash cans, and remains of what I kill on my way.
Don't quite. And he has not heard of our escapades and dealing with this cult, so he's probably like, "What's that about killing
Not
things?"
surprising at all. Anyway, you can leave some materials in the shed. We use them mostly to build and craft on the ranch.
Okay.
Need some help with this bridge repair?
Sure thing. By the way, have you
Now is
heard
that
the church
the
bells
bridge we
recently?
already repaired, or the different bridge?
The church bells?
Yeah. Looks like someone came back to the abandoned church in the swamp.
Hmm.
Some kind of crazy ghost priest?
One way to find out. But be careful. Even though it's not technically on the ranch, swamps are dangerous, especially at night.
I just noticed his the shadow of his hand looks very claw-like, very like sinister claw. Like you're not gonna turn to a
Is there anything
evil fella, are you?
dangerous out here? What's that red?
All right. Yeah.
You're
Okay.
Only
Not surprised. Anyway, you can leave some materials.
I was curious if there was something else for that one. Okay. We go back and talk to the lady. Does she have anything for us? Or we're kind of waiting for this thing to
Bye.
end. Oh no, that's it.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Hi. Bye. If we wanted to move time along, we probably could just sleep if we wanted to. No other blueprints. Things that we need to build. How's the water looking? Because the water's what we need. It's gonna. So that'll be for the first batch of it. I have the stuff on me right now. Yeah, it's really not worth eating any food right now because, like, really we're only gonna need the food for like combat sequences. I mean, it's a nice to have. You could, if you wanted to, ride the boat to another location on the map, which is kind of cool. Yeah, right now, since food is kind of a bit of a premium, it's like I'm not going to bother with it right now. We have all that on us right now. Anything I want to deposit? We have a much greater capacity now. Got energy drink, restores stamina, which is pleasantly fine, I suppose. First backpack limited capacity. I'm gonna guess I already have it equipped, right? Yeah. There's no right-click option. All right, cool. I come back here. How do I say? Take one of those. How do I click? 9. Yes. I could say loot all. Okay, that works. Yeah. All right. So now we have plenty of water. Let's get these things going, right? So let's say definitely veggies. Queue. Yep. And that's all we can queue up. And it takes 6 in-game minutes. Ugh, man. Yeah, it just makes me a little bit sad, the idea of like, okay, now I gotta wait around. I mean, there's other things to do while we're waiting for it. It's not like I'm just completely sitting there with my thumb up my ass, but I don't know. I question if any of this is necessary. These systems to, I don't know, it feels like stuff I'm babysitting. It feels like I'm doing chores than I am like going on an adventure and gallivanting about. And again, my opinion is probably pretty biased here, because I feel like I've been burned by games that focus so much on the crafting. Not even the crafting, but like the babysitting of meters and the chores you're doing, where it kind of gets in the way of the fun. Survival crafting games tend to do that a lot. Because I've kind of been burned by that, and I've gotten sick of them. I've just over the years, right? Or I'm like overly sensitive to them, and my patience for them is particularly thin. I feel like I'm like maybe being a little bit unfair about my distaste towards it, but yeah, it's when I see something like this kind of come out of nowhere, I feel like I've been, well, maybe not so much swindled, because again, it's probably on me for not having done my proper research ahead of time, but it's just not how the game was kind of sold to me. The idea of like Darkwood meets Stranger Things. I think of going on an adventure. I don't think of, having to babysit all this stuff. And I don't love this much nighttime. Maybe we'll eventually get like a better flashlight or something, because yeah, when it's this dark this much, there's gonna be a lot of squinting, which kind of gets a little bit old. Now the good news is that I do have the Molotov here. So what I don't know is how to use it. Can burn barricades. Oh, okay, here's the answer. Right, so we do... so I got the Molotov. So the question is, do I just toss it here? Is that all it takes? I doubt it. There we go. Got the Chivo for destroying a barricade. And that is for what I assume is like the next main area. We did... Oh, wait, no, we actually don't have this one available. Looks like a graveyard. I think the swamp is this area over here. I like how that little bit of swamp looks like a little ghost face. That's kind of cute. I'll explore around here a little bit, but I'm not gonna overstay my welcome. Sure, there's more baddies, more scary things at nighttime, specifically. I'm a little bit surprised by like this kind of more... It kind of becomes like an open world. Uh-oh. Alright, well the good news... Oh, but I have no stamina. Yeah, we need to do this fight when I have stamina. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a fucked up deer. Alright, so... oh, he does exit. He does try to pick a fight even outside of his realm, but I figure he'll eventually lose track of me. course, it is nighttime, as you would expect. If I had to guess, the deer we probably saw earlier probably was, like, relatively normal, but probably at nighttime is when they become, like, extra fucked up. Curious about that other bridge. Yeah, I'm curious about that one. When I see, like, graves and, like, a graveyard, it's like, ooh, there's got to be something cool down there. Was... here. It happened, and just like that. It's that simple. Now, I'm not gonna go down there. Well, okay, I'll poke my head in for just a moment. Oh, it's you. Okay. Oh, this is the swamp. Oh, okay.
You old creep. Traded the inside of the walls for a swamp camp?
I'm looking for someone. One of us. His name is Terry.
Or if he's part of this cult, this supposed cult.
Good question. If you see him, tell him that he needs to go back.
But the cult.
What do you guys believe in your freaky little cult?
Horde Man's guidance and benevolence.
Hmm?
The Horde Circle endures in all the stages of death and rebirth, beginning and ending, salvation and trial, everything.
Can you just speak normally?
Your eyes are still closed, blind one.
No, I cannot.
Soon, you will open them.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what I just asked for.
You should visit our ritual site on the grain field nearby. Witness something.
Something positive, I'm sure,
May
right?
the Horned Man watch over you, Elena.
Okay.
Really haven't seen Lou?
More quest action.
Really?
Do you have any idea where she could be?
Perhaps on her own path. Unreachable for you yet. Hopefully not in one of those bunkers. If she messed with the department, all we can do is pray for her.
What about ghosts?
What can you tell me about the ghosts nearby?
This ground is sacred. Everyone who dies here comes back as a ghost. One really stands out. Looks like something cut him in half.
Rather painful.
Yes, he suffered a lot, so he's obviously granted a place in the better world. You know what? I've got an idea. You can help me, and in return, I can ask my brethren if they have seen Lou.
Everyone wins.
Fine by me. What do you want?
So, that bisected ghost that I mentioned, he wanders around the sawmill in the swamp,
Sawmill, you say?
right out of reach of where our people live.
He's been cut in half by some mysterious situation.
And now there are some claims that we killed him.
And did you do it?
Would I ask you for help if we did?
I don't know. You're weird.
Not wrong.
Find out who killed him and when. We will talk later. May the Horned Man always watch over you.
We're getting some side quests, although I'm a little bit unclear which one's a side quest and which one is a main quest. Because that one sounds like it's a main quest. Probably know the church bells are also a main quest. What's that say? Oh, tentacles. It says tentacles. Something. I can't really read it. Yeah, it's just party car. That's good enough reason for me to be excited. I probably shouldn't overstay my welcome. If anything else, we should head back to the base to get more water and use that water to plant more food, and then commit more of the, you know, the kind of waiting around stuff while kind of like fast travel. No, I didn't think so. Kind of get those irons burning. Is that the term? Like another iron in the forge or something like that. Just those kinds of things that will happen slowly but surely, kind of in the background. Well, it's a little bit annoying having to navigate in this in the dark. But first and foremost, the water. All that. More coming. And it's almost like, I don't know if there's like any downside to just always having it going. Might as well just have it always queuing, because it's like, we'll always have need for more, I'm sure. Speaking of which, that one's done. Let's queue up some more. Up a whole, yeah, all the water we have, obviously. But now we have some vegetables. And it's just, they're just raw vegetables, obviously, for crafting. But now we can potentially make something with this. I'll go to the stove. Make some soup. I don't have any meats, but if we kill some deer and have a good old time there, we can get some meats. Now, of course, the thing is, I wouldn't want to use like ammo to take down a deer, or take down something that gives meat. If I can do so with melee, that'd be great. So let's see, use gunpowder to make ammo and weapons, of course. And we've so far only found gunpowder. I don't know of a way to to craft gunpowder. But if there was, it actually would help. If we could craft gunpowder, then we could use that to craft bullets, and then like, you know, like there's like some renewability at least there. Oh, fucking hell, I need water to make the goddamn soup. Of course I do. That makes sense. So water is kind of a bottleneck for a lot of things in this game. Still can't make anything. Of course, if I really needed to, we did find just the one snack. I don't know if that restores any satiety. I don't think it does. Can I just, like, eat a carrot or something? Just nibble on a potato, anything, please? While we're waiting, I will see, yeah, if it's possible to craft gunpowder. Or, I mean, maybe you can. Maybe I don't have the blueprint for it yet. And no, I don't think I do. Yeah, so that is a limiting factor. So yeah, so you really shouldn't just go gallivanting about shooting anything you see in a game like this. Maybe we'll eventually get a material, something like that, some kind of blueprint that allows that. Well, eventually there will be grenades and also dynamite, but for now we definitely have Molotovs. I wonder, like, if there's anything to be gained by clearing these kind of bits of debris. Like, if you get something for doing so. Maybe there's a side quest for it, or maybe they'll give you some raw resources. Maybe they'll give you some raw wood, some stone, if you need stone for crafting, maybe that kind of thing. Got more water coming in hot. Might as well just get more going. Oh, whoops, me do that. Yeah, I don't really see a reason why you wouldn't want to just have that going at all times. So anyway, so finally, time to make some soup. At least that's instantaneous. All right. Now, how much does soup restore? Fully restores you. Great. Okay, so that's at least something. Now we're not like struggling as much, and now we have kind of a system that will help us along. Oh, I just can't help but think to myself, I don't really think all this is that necessary. Having all these systems. Kill that then. Have a good night, Meerkat. Yeah, I'm probably not too long behind you. One is going, but I don't have the water right now. The water is used for a lot of things in this game. So minute 50 for that one. Whoops, wrong button. How's about this? Let's look at our quests. Give requests? No, it's over quests. So, the church in the swamp, and look for a cultist lost in the swamp. Cultist in the grain fields. Look for Eddie's hut in the forest west of the ranch. Sawmill worker. Whole bunch of stuff done here, which is great. I had to guess. I don't know if that's like the kind of thing that is... Well, we're about to enter into daylight, so we're not going to do the nighttime one at least. The grain fields. So grain fields is one thing, and then the swamp. There's a bunch of stuff in the swamp. Grain fields. I'm going to guess that's the grain fields. I mean, I guess this could be the grain fields, but that's the swamp for sure. We built a bridge for that. Yeah, we built a bridge for that one. But we opened the barricade for this one. So I might do is maybe lean towards that as our first kind of order of business. Doing so, I'll definitely get some food going. I get a little bit more water. A little bit more water would help. That's kind of the 2 minutes, yeah. It's like it'd be, well, all the raw vegetables in the world won't really help me because you need water to make the soup. But I at least have some soup and the oh, does that say a quiet consumable? Oh, a quick consumable. The idea of like a bag of chips being super loud and obnoxious. Kind of funny if nothing else. "13 seconds, yeah. So once we get that last little bundle, I'll go ahead and get this ball rolling. Oh, I should deposit some of this extra wood. We don't need 90 wood on my person. That's ridiculous. Look for extra things to deposit. Yeah, I don't need 52 scrap. Move 40 of that scrap. Coal 35. Then move 80 wood. Of course, we have a backpack now, which does give us a lot of better carrying capacity. Despite me having definitely some nitpicks with this game, I do appreciate that it does kind of at least meet you halfway with the carrying capacity thing. You know, some games are really, really persnickety about carrying capacity. And, like, really hold you to that. But I appreciate that this game is like, well, listen, you can carry quite a bit without a backpack, and once you get a backpack, you can carry a whole fuck ton. So that at least becomes less of an issue. That sounds good. Good to me. Have a good night, Farsight. It took me a second. It's like, wait, why am I called Hobbit Jeremy? Oh, right. Yeah, what was that porn star's name? Jeremy. I can't remember his name. Ron Jeremy. There we go. Ron Jeremy. Now, the downside, what I will say about Ron Jeremy is that there's kind of an unfortunate association. I'm not, like, offended by it. It's like, you know, it's like a fun joke, but, like, there's like an unfortunate aspect of him that is like, you know, there's based on some allegations that have come to light in recent years, like, there are some unfortunate aspects of him that make him a less than ideal person to be compared to in some ways. But, like, it's fine though. It's fine. All right, let's go ahead and give that last little bit up and let us begin or resume even exploring. I'm going to teach a little bit heavier. Drink one of these things. An entire bowl of soup. I have stamina again. Oh, just kidding. Stamina? Please? Uh-oh. Maybe if I, like, do something to get it going. Oh, it's very slow. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's very slowly getting up there. All right. All right. All right. If you're going to be like that game, I'll play these games. All right. Slowly restoring. I mean, our stomach was empty for a long time, so I guess I get it, but goddamn. I'll be really impressed if that deer is still gallivanting around here. I can see it so nice. Not squinting constantly. For the next couple minutes. Bro. And some fabric. And some herbs. Some healing herbs. Oh, it says for healing, crafting, but also for cooking. Are you the lost fella or Cinderella in this case? Actually, you're a few of them.
Elena, right?
That's my name.
Yeah. I'm Cassie. I see you have a gun. And you look like someone who can help me. There's a weird hole in the ground near the farm. Have you seen it? Aliens, probably.
Aliens.
If only. Government. I know that there is some underground facility there, and my two
Oh, that
brothers,
place.
Chuck and Leo, were taking part in research connected to the Horned Man. I'm keeping my voice down. I don't want to ask the other folks for help, you know, 'cause it's like sacrilege what they do. But they're my brothers, and I'm worried after the bunkers got flooded. Can you try to find them for me?
Where we already came from, unless it's a
Sure.
different set of
I
bunkers.
might look around, but no promises. Oh, thank you. May the Horned Man always watch over you.
Now, I do appreciate a good side quest in a game like this. This game has a plethora of them. So that's at least kind of neat.
What's
So
happening?
this
here?
person is, I guess, not as high on the totem pole, not as high up on the ladder as the other cultist, because we can see her face. Unless that's a glitch, but I don't think it
Oh,
is.
it's you, the city girl.
You know me?
I've heard about a girl running around and killing everything that moves recently.
I mean, we only killed just the one. Well, we've killed the one, like, tentacle human dude that was like normal size, and then like that one big
I'm
guy.
not killing everything that moves. Only what moves and tries to kill me.
Right.
Well, that's the most of what moves around here anyway. Go on, honey. This place is getting more and more fucked up, and it's high time somebody cleans this shit up.
I'm looking for my friend, Lou.
Good luck.
Have you seen her? Short, with
Anything?
black hair and tattoos?
Short, like she's as tall as you are.
Yeah, but she sounds cool. Say hi when you find her.
What's that bonfire for?
Ooh, do I get to light it with a
We have a
Molotov?
party tonight. I mean, a
Burning Man.
Want to join?
Actually,
Actually, you can help us. We still need more wood, and Derek left his axe somewhere.
Ooh, do I get to use that as a melee weapon?
This man.
Careful with that axe, Eugene.
5 pieces will be enough. Just bring them back and place them in the bonfire next to me. Bye.
Bye. Do I have the wood right now? I got the wood right now, motherfucker. Need the axe.
I'm back.
Wood.
Nice. That'll be a huge motherfucking bonfire. We're almost ready. There is one problem.
I gotta say, all the other cultists that we've talked to, which I guess just that guy and the other dude, are like weird and mysterious and like kind of talk with lots of ambiguity. But she's like a little bit more real. She's like, "Yo, thanks for the wood, lady." Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
Have you seen a black goat running rampant somewhere?
That's what that was.
No.
Well, that's the star of tonight's show. Care to help find him?
Black Phillip?
Any idea where he could
It's my
be?
favorite horror movie, The Witch.
Honey, if I knew, I wouldn't be asking some random girl for help. His name is Philip, by the way.
Ah, I see what they did there.
It's our favorite goat.
Now, I don't know what the screen shake screaming situation was. Sounds nice and spooky. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they're gonna help me? Of course not. Oof. Oh my god, I ran into them. That's a hit. So as long as it doesn't do his like extendo neko attack. Oh, I missed. I would really not like to do this, take this guy out with gun if I can help it. If I can just kind of chip away at him with melee. Yeah, I don't know. The problem though is that like that one dude took a lot of shots to bring down. It was like 12 shots to bring down. That makes me think the bad guys might just be kind of tanky. Damn it. Damn it. The range is kind of lame. It's already so dark. Oh, heck. Now, I'd feel better about this if we had a way to make gunpowder. Or drag him in. That works too. It's a hit, alright. Oh, fuck that. Oh, jeez. Little bandage action. I like how the NPCs just don't even give a shit that it's happening. Could not be bothered. Oh, fucking Christ. Something else? Oh, there's more of them? Alright, time to leave. Fuck this. You know what? Because I'm getting low on health and low on supplies already, maybe I should just leave. Maybe I should leave and go back and save. Yeah, looking at how late it is. Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a bummer. I'm a little bit bummed, honestly. I'm bummed because I was excited to play this. And the more I'm playing it, the more I'm kind of not liking it. I would say I would stop short of not recommending it. I'm not saying it's a bad video game. And I'm not saying that I don't think it's for anybody, you know, that kind of thing. But I would say if you're hoping what I was hoping for, yeah, I would probably say steer clear. If you wanted a survival horror game, an isometric kind of top-down, or maybe not top-down, but like an isometric survival horror game that rewards being careful with your resources and that kind of deal. And has you the usual trappings of survival horror, avoiding combat when you can help it, and being, you know, yeah, choosing your fights, choosing when to use certain resources because it's all, you know, these things are limited, and it's all scary and terrifying, and there's like, you know, compelling set pieces. I mean, the story isn't not interesting. The story isn't, like, complete bub, because there's something there for sure. There's, like, mystery, there's intrigue, and there's, like, a lot of things happening. You know, there's our friend disappearing, there's this cult, there's all the side quests. Like, that's kind of cool. But, man, the crafting thing is kind of lame. Like, normally, I wouldn't give two shits about trying to fight those deer, because, well, maybe I wouldn't so much not give any shit, but I wouldn't take that fight on. I wouldn't take the fight on trying to fight the deer. But we know there's going to be some recipes that use meat, and meat probably has, like if soup restores your health, your hunger meter fully, and that's like that's the easiest and most simple bare bones thing you can make in this game food wise. Well, the thing that uses meat and vegetables, that must do something else. Maybe it buffs you, maybe it's a healing item as well as a food restoring or hunger restoring item. Hard to say, but I want to know. And so yeah, so in that instance, like I was trying to fight the deer, I'm not really incentivized to use my guns because gunpowder is a very limited resource. And until we can find a way to make gunpowder, that's just kind of how it is. So right now it's pretty much melee only. Maybe the problem is, you know, that one lady who had just said, oh, there's an axe that one person had lost. Maybe we can find that axe. Maybe that's a better melee weapon. Entirely possible. But as it stands right now, I don't know, it just feels like a slog, man. Like trying to wait for the timers on those crafting things, those crafting stations. It's just kind of lame, honestly. I just don't really like any sort of game where I have to like wait around for like a timer to complete. And I know I keep bitching about this, but I it's a thing I can't really get past. Like I'm kind of stuck on it, is the hunger meter. Why even bother? What does it add to the game? I know we talk sometimes about things that in video games that sometimes feel unnecessary. Item durability, weapon durability. We were just talking about that with Shake and Alias a week or so ago. Well, after we were playing No Rest for the Wicked, and Shake and I were like, man, the weapon durability detracts from the game. If you take the weapon durability out, what do you lose from the game? It's just a thing that slows the game down. What's the point? What's the point of something that slows the game down without really feeling like it adds much? In the case of No Rest for the Wicked, it's like, okay, it's the punishment for if you die in the game, so it's some sort of punishment. Okay, sure, I guess, and I could see how that could foreseeably add to the tension, but it just becomes a chore because it's so expensive in game. And in this game, yeah, it's like the whole thing about your hunger meter adds to the tension, gives you a sense of urgency. I could see that. I could see that as what they're going for, but it just feels artificial. It feels like a thing that just kind of forces the tension, or well, not even force the tension, forces impatience, I guess, forces you to play faster and sloppier, I guess, instead of adding honest to goodness tension, honest to goodness like, oh shit, what's around that corner? Tormented Souls, Silent Hill, old school Resident Evil. None of these games ever had a hunger meter or any sort of meters at all you had to handle other than your health. Eternal Darkness, of course, had a sanity meter, and of course that was a mechanic that was kind of fun and kind of cool to mess with. But when I think of survival horror, I don't think of having to fuck with a hunger meter or something that like ticks down constantly. You have to babysit. And I definitely don't think of these crafting stations and crafting systems. My opinions on the crafting system softened a little bit once we kind of established ourselves and we found, okay, we can grow our own food, we can extract the water, we have like a wood source. Like that is better. That's at least something. But still, like, you're still kind of in that situation where you're like, well, I'm still having to just wait around for it. It's a slog, man. So I don't know. A lot of these things I think are things that the developer, if they wanted to, if they felt that was like worth their while, these are things the developers could address if it was worth their while. And this is not me trying to say the developers are too lazy or they're too dumb to do it. No, it's more like if this was a thing they wanted to do. If they were to hear my criticisms, they might say this fucking dumbass doesn't understand what we're going for. He's completely missed the point. Maybe it's me. Maybe there's an aspect of this game that I've not understood. But as a person who's gone in with very little prompting, I watched most of the trailer, but I don't think I watched the whole thing. And that was probably like 6 or 7 months ago, like when I first heard the game got announced, or when I first was made aware of it, at least. So, maybe it's me. Maybe I went in with the wrong expectations. But when you introduce a game to me as Deadwood meets Stranger Things, I'm gonna expect really the first hour or so of the game. I was thinking, yeah, the first hour or so of the game where you're trying to escape to the bunker area, that was all right. That was okay. Was I loving it? I'll admit, no. But was I liking it? Yeah, it was good. It was good, and I was thinking, yeah, this is what it was Darkwood, not Deadwood. Darkwood is the name of the game. Like, that was what I was expecting the game. That was what seemed to be the focus of the trailer and of the screenshots. Going around dark areas, trying to sneak around bad guys, trying to solve puzzles. Like, that's cool. Once it gets in this open world sequence, it's not bad that it's open world. But I found myself just kind of being like, I kind of miss the simplicity of that first area. Really quick. I was saying how I've never played Deadwood or Darkwood. Fuck, I keep mixing them up. And again, I know this sounds mean, like I'm nitpicking, like I'm really harping on this. But yeah, I'm looking at like the Darkwood area, and there is an open world aspect, so there's an open world on there. And survival horror, of course, is on here, but there's no crafting or survival element in here. As I'm looking at the game, of course, there are, like, I don't know what this meter is. Maybe that's stamina, hard to say. So, maybe there's some sort of crafting thing in this game. Maybe that's on me. Maybe when I heard Darkwood, I got excited and took the wrong impressions from it, because I've seen a bit of the game. I've seen people stream it. Seems like a cool game. But when I see the game, it's more focused on the exploration, the combat, just the overall vibe, not so much anything about crafting and like a survival, open world survival kind of aspect. So anyway, I don't know. If the developers happened upon this video and they're like, oh my god, this Super Hobbit guy is a fucking chump. He doesn't know anything about our game or what we're going for. Again, I readily acknowledge it might be on me, but I don't know. It's not at all what I was expecting, and I'm a little bit let down by that. But really, I think almost all the things I'd mentioned are things that if the developers wanted to, they could address. They could maybe make the hunger thing a little bit less punishing. They could make the timers for the crafting stuff a little bit quicker. Do I need to wait 6 minutes for a batch of food to grow? I mean, it makes sense realistically speaking. Food does not grow instantaneously. But is it fun though? Do I play a game like this for realistic immersion, or do I play it for realistic immersion with like a food growing aspect of the game? Like, if I wanted realistic immersion, I wouldn't play a survival horror game. Well, realistic immersion with like growing food and crafting stuff. I don't play survival horror for that. There's survival crafting for games like that. There's farm sim games or stuff like that. When I think survival horror, I think those kinds of systems being hand waved for me, and I just focus on the task at hand, the story, the vibe, the exploration, the combat when it happens, the bosses when they happen. So, I don't know. If the developer wanted to, these are all things that could be addressed. This game is not, by any stretch, a hopeless endeavor. But yeah, as it stands right now, yeah, it's not for me. And I think I see why it's got the mixed rating on Steam. In my heart of hearts, if I were to, gun to my head, which rating would I give it, I would probably recommend against it. That being said, if you don't mind the stuff I mentioned, if you don't mind kind of an open world kind of crafting aspect to this game, if you don't mind the timers for when you can generate resources, the hunger meter, that kind of stuff, if that doesn't bother you, and you're attracted by, the idea of a cool survival horror game with a great aesthetic, really cool visuals, like the comic booky kind of feel, and the text that displays when certain sound effects happen, like, that's cool. and there's immersion with like not stepping on glass, not stepping on things that make noise to alert the enemies. Like that's cool. Like there's things here that are great. So I would say like if you're like me and you don't and there's like certain assumptions that come with survival horror that maybe aren't just are kind of the focus, are more of a focus than you want them to be, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend this game. But yeah, if you're not bothered by that kind of stuff, then by all means go at it. I went back to the Steam page for the game, and yeah, here it is. Right, it's like very, very early on in the list of tags. They got survival. Survival, in addition to survival horror, obviously, we got survival, you got crafting right there, back to back. So yeah, fuck man, that's kind of on me for not noticing that. As like a focus of the game for sure. Anyway, I don't want to make it sound like I'm just shitting on the game, because there's good stuff here. But for me, it's just the good was kind of overshadowed by the bad. Because earlier, you probably heard me say like I'm liking it more than I'm disliking it. But the more I'm playing, my opinion's just kind of souring more and more. So I think I'm gonna do myself a favor and go and wrap it up for the night. Of course, it is getting kind of late anyway. It's a good time to wrap it up anyway. Should be able to stream tomorrow. I know I'm kind of switching a couple things around schedule wise. The plan is to definitely do Ready or Not sometime this week. What I would like to do is play Ready or Not either tomorrow or Thursday. Friday is kind of up in the air. I will be going to an after work thingy with Gracie. In the evening, it's some friends are throwing a party for not like Super Bowl or anything. That'll be Sunday, obviously. Friday evening, Gracie and I'll be doing some stuff in the evening with some friends, and I should be home before too late. But I'm thinking, yeah, Friday's kind of up in the air for a stream. But Wednesday and Thursday we should be good. I would say I would like to, if possible, I'd like to stream Ready or Not tomorrow. If I'm able to start the stream earlier, because we started tonight pretty late. It started at like 10:30, 10:40, way later than I would have liked to have normally started. So if I can start at like a relatively reasonable time tomorrow or Thursday, then we'll start Ready or Not. Otherwise, if tomorrow is also kind of a late start, we'll either start The Cabin Factory or Sushi Ben. I'm going to wait a little bit longer on Karen's because that game is popping the fuck up on Twitch. Last I saw, it was like being streamed by thousands of, or being watched by thousands of viewers. And I don't usually like to stream a game when it's popping off quite that hard on Twitch, because then like if someone's checking the category, they have to scroll real far before they land on my grubby ass. So we'll check out the game probably in the next week, or like in the next few days, maybe in the next week. But yeah, I'm gonna let that simmer for just a little bit longer. But the Cabin Factory, Sushi Ben, those are both great. You might have heard me say earlier that we have Pathologic to get back into, because I have a review key for Pathologic 3. I still would like to at least try the Horror Specs Pathologic 1, and I'd still like to play through Pathologic 2 before starting 3 if possible. It's one of those series where you don't need to play everything in order necessarily, but I just think about just kind of what I selfishly want to try. Just to try it, it's not, I'm not committing to like full playthroughs of both, but just try out both games before we get into 3. That's kind of the plan. But yeah, I got some other fun stuff to look forward to. Next week, we got some other fun games as well. Anyway, that's going to do it for the night, for my friends. Is there anybody else streaming this game, by the way? Streaming this one. I know there's at least one other person streaming this game earlier. And yes, there is indeed one other person streaming this right now. If this person is going to be going for at least a little bit longer, we can go ahead and rate them. Well, I mean, I love their tags. Gremlin, horror streamer, VTuber. Yeah, they got a cool VTube getup. Looks like they're further along than I am. Oh my god, they've been live for... Hold on. Is it... Oh, it's a subathon, I think. Yeah. I was gonna say their uptime is big, and there's like in the top left a big timer going on. Yeah, so I think it's like a big stream for this person. Let me do a quick look to see if there's anybody else in my follow list that I just needs to raid. Like if there's like a cool person that hasn't been live in a while that I could raid into. Surprising number of people live right now. It's pretty late. There's a surprising number of folks live right now. Which is pretty slick. Yeah, Chachi Sanchez has been raiding a whole lot, or has been streaming a whole lot. I haven't seen him live in a long time, but he's been streaming a lot lately, which is nice. Satanist is live. Court is live. Yeah, a lot of great people. Roy Rural is live, man. Oh man, all these folks are live right now. Lots of great folks that I'd like to raid, but yeah, raiding a new person is always nice, especially when you're playing a relatively at least new game. Well, no, it is a new game. It's been out for like less than a week, and of course, it's new to me. But no, it's always nice playing a game for the first time, trying to find an appropriate raid target, a person playing the same game. That is always kind of fun. So we're gonna go and raid this person. Her screen name is Cereza VT. VT, of course, meaning YouTuber. Here's my socials page for everybody curious. We'll be, like I said, should be back tomorrow. If anybody would like to check out the Discord server is where I post my schedule every week. If there's any major schedule changes, I'll make sure to post about it there. So if I end up not streaming Wednesday or Thursday, I'll make sure to post in the Discord server to let folks know. It's the best way to keep up with myself and others outside the community. Or I'm sorry, with myself and others inside the community outside of streams. You can tell I'm getting tired because I'm flubbing my words a lot. We do giveaways every so often, by the way. We do giveaways maybe once every other week, once every few weeks. And we do all those giveaways through my Discord server. That's where we proctor the raffles. So anyway, Discord server is great, I think, in my extremely biased opinion. If you'd like to join, it's free to do so. It's not subscriber only, no restrictions like that. Anybody can join. And the all my other stuff is there in the Linktree page. Social media, YouTube, TikTok, fucking Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, all that shit's out there. I am live on a lot of places right now, by the way. I'm live on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Trovo. But as you can guess, based on my hoodie, Twitch is my main platform, so I do recommend following there and watching there if you would like, for the closest to the source kind of experience. But you can watch anywhere. I'm not picky. I'm happy to have people here in any capacity. I ain't picky, just happy to have you here. Happy to have you chilling with us. And we're gonna raid Cereza. I almost want to say Cerveza, but no, Cereza VT. She is a VTuber. She's playing this cool game, playing I Hate This Place. I hope she's enjoying it more than I am. I hope she's enjoying it. If she's been going for her uptime is 7 hours, 6 hours and 50 minutes. And it seems like, she's at least, she's decently further into the game than I am. So I'll take that as a sign that she's enjoying it more than I am. Which is good. I don't want to make it sound like I'm shitting on the game or I'm saying anything is garbage. It's not bad. I think it's just not for me, unfortunately. Just how it goes. But clearly it is for some, which is perfect. That's great. So we're gonna raid into this person. She seems cool. Never watched her before. No idea what she's all about, but it's always fun getting to raid a new person, especially when that new person, well, they're new to me at least, especially when they're playing the game that we were just playing. It's also one of the nice things about streaming a game that's still relatively new. I feel like a lot of times I'll stream a game a few months after it comes out, or maybe even years after it comes out, and by that point, there's not as much excitement for the game on Twitch, on YouTube, on just the internet. But when a game is still kind of fresh, there's more people that are aware of the game. There's more of a marketing push for it, so more people are likely to pop into a Twitch chat because they're checking out the game's category, maybe do a YouTube search of the game, see what's out there, find gameplay footage. So it's kind of nice to strike while the iron is hot. But anyway, friends, thanks for hanging out with us. Big shout-outs to Voxivs and GameFox for those two very generous raids. Voxivs and GameFox raid us all the damn time, which is super nice. Never an expectation, but of course appreciated. Both wonderful folks and both really cool streamers. And should be back tomorrow. Hoping to do some Ready or Not tomorrow, because that would be a really fun game to play, and I definitely need to play it sometime before this week ends to fulfill my obligations for getting the review key. But if not Ready or Not, either the Cabin Factory or Sushi Ben, which both look very fun as well. Y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. Everyone have a great night. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.